This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Sattva Luxury Mattress, the only online mattress company that provides free delivery, setup, and mattress removal.
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsi.
Welcome to Your Mom's House.
We cut. Oh, my fucking cut. We cut. Oh, my fucking cut.
The best song.
We cut. We cut. Oh, my fucking cut. We cut. We cut. Oh, my fucking cut. We cut. We cut. It's sexy.
Jeans in my cunt.
That's Jeans in my cunt. I think, I forget his name. Is it Matthew Miller that made that?
I don't know, but it really is a treasure, a national treasure.
It really is a great
Happy
song.
4th of July.
Yeah, this is a really fucking patriotic song.
Yeah.
I think it was George Bush that first played that song when he was in office. The first George Bush, the elder one that just passed. He was like, Jane's in my cunt. And it was a big, big deal. So it's really...
Well, if a candidate used that song as their campaign song...
For 2020?
Yeah.
You voting? I'm voting.
Like if Trump used this, I'd be like, you know what, bro?
Like,
you have my vote.
4 more years, dog.
You have good taste in music.
You know how to pick a tune. That's what I would tell him.
This guy looks crazy.
Do you know this guy?
No, but he looks interesting.
Interesting is right.
Oh boy.
All right.
He's going to say something crazy.
I don't know. Let's just see. Let's get into it. It's the new episode, Your Mom's House. Let's party, Gene. Let's do it. Ready?
Hey, you see Big Red in the background? Yeah, man. I know I told you. I got the fucking Visine. I got the red out. But I think she did some shit to my orange juice because I was fucking scratching the door 6 a.m. this morning. I'm like, yo, Big Red, come out.
You can't handle the truth.
That's what she said. Read my lips. No new taxes.
Welcome to Your Mom's House
So weird.
with Tom Segura and
Christina Pajitsi.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Did you didn't like that?
Are you serious?
Read
what
my
was that?
lips.
We talked last week about how you wanted like a little more innovation and stuff, and you wanted to innovate with the intro. I thought that meant you wanted to go in a different direction.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with Your Mom's House. Read my lips. No new taxes. Was that Bush?
It was experimenting, seeing what works.
But it doesn't make sense for the listeners.
Wasn't that Jack Nicholson from A Few Good Men?
I don't know where I got it from.
You can't handle the truth?
Oh yeah, that is where. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but we don't even play that. That's not a drop on the show, Nadav. Like,
but it's aggressive. We're trying to.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with the show.
Okay.
You can't handle the truth.
That's what she said. Read my lips.
You guys don't like the Tim Allen in there?
Taxes.
That's what
fun.
she said.
Welcome to Your Mom. That's what she said.
That's the best you can do. That's like an office joke. That's what people say around the Xerox machine.
It's sounding
We're better
like
than
this
that.
is a miss.
A miss?
This is terrible.
This isn't even remotely in the same stratosphere as what we want to be in.
All right, this is a page 1 rewrite. I'll come back with something better next.
And then
week.
you have Tim. He put Tim.
Or do you want to go
Allen's-
back to classic?
Was that Tim Allen?
You can't even put Tim Allen.
Was that Tim Allen?
That's his trademarked sound. That's like putting in Larry the Cable Guy. We can't even play that in a dub. That's
But
not even
wait a minute. What is you think Tim Allen? I want to know the logic.
Yeah.
What Tim Allen going? Why?
Because you're laughing right now.
Because I'm laughing at how bad of an idea it is.
Right.
That's what you're leaning on?
dumb.
Here's how bad this idea is?
It's dumb. It's fun. It's
It's
funny.
not fun. It's just dumb.
Shit.
That's like comedy. Yeah, it's like office. It's like office people humor. It's
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a dad
don't like
boner.
that?
Is that like for the dad boner?
Oh, so this would have been better like a year ago when we were more in the dad boner phase?
No. This would have been
No.
bad every day of every year forever.
It's not
this is-
funny.
There's never a good day.
This is devastating to hear. I was trying to be creative. And
Are you being serious?
I mean,
I thought, okay,
what's
just
the
so
answer
you know.
you want to hear?
No, the answer I wanted, what I thought, and I'm sure what a lot of people thought, whether or not it's agreed upon, I thought we were getting our 12-minute intro today.
Oh
So-
gosh. Well, this.
well, I mean,
is
that's-
better than
that's-
I
that.
thought we were tabling that.
Why would we table that?
Nobody wants it.
I was
Tom.
just reading the room. I thought that's what.
Nobody wants the 12-minute. Nobody.
Okay, let me. Okay, I'm just going to pull it up myself because I can't rely on you right now.
Shit.
So,
Sorry.
let's see. Change.org.
Babe, that's a joke. It's not
No,
real.
it's not an intro.
Nobody really wants to sit through 12 minutes of that nonsense.
I just want to say something. Okay.
Yeah, what are the signatures at now?
We're just under 6,000 signatures. That's
right.
people who took time out of
Couple
their
hundred more than last week.
that wanted to sign on. It looks like there's another petition here. Down with the fart mic.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and how's that one doing?
Holy shit.
Yeah, let's talk about the fart mic petition.
That has
Wait a
5,900 signatures.
Oh, stop it.
It does.
That's an important issue.
What? What are you talking about? Who are these people that don't like the fart mic? Are you being serious? No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fake. That's fake news.
It's not.
I
not
don't
fake.
believe this. These are the same people who want a long intro. These are maniacs. These aren't the real listeners of the show.
So wait. So for next week, what are we doing with the intro stuff?
Okay, look, experimental. I fucking didn't think you were going to.
Okay, so I misinterpreted what you meant by when you said it. Okay, I just I misunderstood. This is just a misunderstanding.
I feel like we're having a lot of misunderstandings about this. I don't know how to like.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I'm legit losing sleep over this. Like I'm
So I should be really explicit, probably, right? In explaining how it should go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, I would think that if you were gonna try something different with the intro, you would use at least drops from this show and not George H.W. Bush giving a speech at the fucking Republican.
I mean, that's 20 years old. What?
Then Tim Allen doing his pigman sound, and then that's what she said. So maybe stick to drops from this show. That would be a good one.
Yeah, like the moose soup. Hey, you guys are doing good.
There's only 1,000 that are related to the show.
That people really know. You know, maybe I'm just glass and I caught a moose.
There you go.
You know, or Rob.
Got it. Okay, so YMH
Jeans
references
up.
specifically.
Yeah, I would say
What's
that.
with the jeans like that?
Okay,
you know?
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so like, all right, YMH references. Okay, that's a lot more clear. I appreciate the direction.
This whole thing. I don't know. Don't look at me. And I'm not getting rid of the fart mic. I fought long and hard for a fart mic, and it's not going anywhere,
look. I am
folks.
reluctant to admit this, but I'll pull it up right now. I'll pull it up.
What?
I can't tell you. First of all, I can't tell you how many people told me I said Ben Salem wrong. There it is. There's the poll I put up. How many votes? 18,000 people voted.
That's more than who voted in the last election in America.
18,000 people and the question was, should we remove the fart mic from YMH Studio? Of the 18,000 people who voted, 43% said yes, over it.
Nope.
But 57% said no, I'm gross.
Yes. See, and that's a lot of people. 57% is a lot of people. And see, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Thank you guys. I appreciate your support for my fart mic. I think Tom's just a little jealous because he hasn't really done a lot of good work on the mic. And I think if you maybe improved your batting
That's not
average,
bad.
you'd feel differently about the fart mic, Tom.
I would feel more positively about it too if I had a staff that could follow the intro
Okay,
instructions.
well, and lay off of him because you're also scaring the shit out of him. You're very scary when you get mad, right, Nadav? And it doesn't encorage him to be creative if you're
mad.
terrifying.
I'm not mad.
Yeah, but you don't understand how scary you are when you're even look at you like right now, those hate daggers. Like it. Thank God I've worked on my codependency issues in therapy, because I would internalize that as my fault. Like I would try to, it's so scary. You're very terrifying.
All right. I don't want to hear anything like that anymore.
Okay. He gets it.
Okay.
Can we please go on with the show?
Yeah, let's go on with the show.
Okay. So what are you going to talk about?
Well, look, I wanted to get into this guy.
What the fuck was he even talking about?
This guy is really one of my favorites. What the fuck is he talking about is a great way to start the conversation. He is. He's on the beach, for those of you listening, and
he looks like big time Tommy. What's his name?
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
he's like big fat red old guy, big fat red white guy. Isn't that a genre
I don't
of
know
old
if he's
white guys?
red.
No, he is. He's a genre of big fat old white guy. They get redder with alcoholism and with sunshine.
He's in the sun, yeah. He's in the sun, yeah. But he's also got a certain energy to him, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Do you think it's drugs or mental illness?
My favorite game in the whole world.
Because there's one of the two is definitely going on.
Because it doesn't make sense, right?
I mean, go ahead and just
yeah,
baby,
good morning, everybody. You positive today? You better get out there and fucking rock this day. I already started 7 a.m., man. Hey, listen, cheers, everybody. This shit's better than morning coffee, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
So he just held up a can of Coors, right?
No, Corona.
Yeah. Okay, so
I didn't even know Corona came in a can. That's how I've never seen
that.
Corona in it. Have you? No.
No.
I didn't know that was.
No.
I just realized it. Like right now, it just hit me. Like I've only seen bottles of Corona, and this fucking psycho managed to find a can.
Now here's the thing. I'm going to go with alcoholism and drugs because now here's the telltale.
Yeah.
The teeth are in good shape.
He's got great teeth. He's got a great smile.
No, he actually takes care of his physical appearance. I mean, yes, he's obese and red, but other than that, he's got, he takes care of him. He grooms his hair. So that rules out a little bit mental illness.
Okay.
Because the guys that are, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll make you come. Like, that guy's clearly mentally ill. He doesn't have his teeth. He doesn't really take care of himself the same way that this man does. So this guy is employed. He's just
He is. He actually owns a business.
Oh. Did I nail it or what?
Yeah.
I'm getting good at this.
You see Big Red in the background? Yeah, man. I know I told you. I got the fucking Visine. I got the red out. But I think she did some shit to my orange juice because I was fucking scratching the door 6 a.m. this morning.
She wants to get away from him.
Big Red, come out.
So I think what I'm deducing from this is that the lady, he calls her Big Red.
Right.
And then he made reference to her in his own video and she gets up and leaves. She's like, I got to deal with this fucking lunatic all day.
Because I was fucking scratching the door 6 a.m. this morning. I'm like, yo, Big Red, come out.
Scratching at her door.
That could have been like I was trying to get laid this morning, or I was just like, I wanted to like just go do something.
Yeah, he's one of those gross East Coast people, like big time Tommy, who's like, I keep scratching at her door. Yeah. I want to fall. Like, you know what I mean? Like they think they're being really funny and clever, but they're just being gross.
He's positive though.
No, I like him.
Yeah.
All right, man, we're at the beach. We're having a good time. Coronas, the waves. Yo, there was a pod of dolphins went flying by me. You'll see it later. Oh, shit. I had to swim in because they think I swim so gracefully and strong. They think I'm part of the pod. All right, baby. Rock and roll today. Woo!
Oh, yeah. He works hard. He's blowing it off. Blowing off
You think
steam.
so? Well, here's why I don't think he's working hard and blowing off the steam. He's got a library of videos.
Fuck.
And they're all like that.
Oh, no, he's like that guy.
It's not just Sunday morning.
Okay.
It is all the time. It's all the time.
He's like the party guy.
Oh, yeah.
This is like Bert in 10 years.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, man. Look, my boy came from San Fran to visit New York, and he calls me up to come to meet me. When I saw him, he had a fucking Kool-Aid smile. He's like, this shit was from here to here. He couldn't believe it.
What, dude? That's how he tells a story of, like, my story would go like, so my friend wanted to come meet me.
Yeah.
He came from San Francisco, and he was really happy to be here.
Yeah.
This is his version of that
man.
story.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, man. Look, my boy came from San Fran to visit New York, and he calls me up to come to meet me. When I saw him, he had a fucking Kool-Aid smile. He's like, His shit was from here to here. He couldn't believe it. I told him he was coming from Brooklyn. He went to Manhattan. I'm in the Bronx, man. That shit's a hike. So he said, there's on the train. I said, get off, bro. I'll pick you up, man. I picked him up from the train. So he had the Kool-Aid smile. He couldn't believe it. But this is the way I am, man. Tell him. Ask him.
I think he's TikToked. A little TikTok.
Dude, you got to open an account, bro. You got to start putting these on TikTok.
Yeah, this is...
I took him all around. He saw Blondie yesterday.
Oh
He said,
God.
man, that girl's pretty. I said, yeah, I was a fucking overachiever my whole life. I always overachieve. I sometimes pinch myself. Yo, you fat? You fucking getting bald? How you get nice looking girls? Because my parents told me I was good looking, so I think it. I don't care.
Can I tell you
That's
what?
actually a good point right
no,
there.
he's right. He's on point. You believe what you're told about yourself.
But like that actually is that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal when you tell people things and you put it in their head and they believe it.
Yeah.
Like he said, he has enough self-awareness. He's like, I'm not a fucking supermodel, but in my head, I believe it. I believe I'm good looking.
It's a very good philosophy.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted listening to him.
What part?
Like, don't people like... Oh my God. I have so much anxiety just watching him.
Pull up his Instagram.
Can I tell you something, Gene?
Yeah.
Because when I hear him talking, I'm imagining that I have to listen to it.
Yeah.
Like that he's got...
There's a woman with him.
Yeah.
All day.
Like, I imagine I'm hostage to this nonsense,
Yeah.
and then I have to be like, yeah, that's... Wait, he came and he had a Kool-Aid smile? Like, I don't even know what the Kool-Aid smile means. And he tells you all his dumb stories.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, aren't you a bit envious that he's this excited over nothing?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's the part where I was saying drugs are mental illness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking...
I wish I could get this stoked over picking my friend up at the airport.
Do you remember the name of his Instagram?
Jesus Christ with this guy.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
God damn
I'm
it,
dropping
dude.
the ball left and right today, guys. Sorry.
What is going on with you?
It's a holiday week, It's just everything's so.
That's your
fucking
haircut.
crazy. Yeah.
You got a
Sorry.
TikTok haircut. Now you're acting all TikToked. Big time Tommy. Are you looking for him right now?
Yes, man. It's like organic laundry or something. It's pure organic dry cleaning.
Oh, that's the business.
Yeah. God damn it.
Oh my gosh. This guy in the Bronx, yeah.
There it is.
He's on Instagram at Pure Organic Dry Cleaning. Oh my God.
Dude,
oh my God.
This is him all day. Every day.
Every post he's thoroughly stoked about nothing.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Let's go, baby. 6 a.m. Let's get up there. Fucking do it, man. Hey, listen.
No.
I got a mirror in my house. It's fucked up. When I look in that mirror, I tell people that shit winks at me and says, go get him good looking. Fucking, I'm fucking out of my mind. Now, I got this fucking head my boy made for me, and I got to hang it from the mirror. And that shit's talking to me.
Can't. I'm done.
It's called me.
I can't. Like, but to me, I'd rather watch...
Hey, good evening, everybody. All right, man. Listen,
I'm done. I'm exhausted. I need a nap.
No.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hey, you know what? I got some Canadian followers.
Oh my God, please. I'm so
I tell
exhausted.
you, people, I fucking love everybody, man. Everybody. I told you, take me out country western night. I'll put fucking straw between my teeth and I'll be fucking line dancing. Yeehaw!
Do you think though
He's on
that the
drugs.
ghost of Christmas Future for Bert? You think that's
Yeah.
kind of like what he's gonna be like?
Yeah.
Like in a few years, he'll be like, this touring is too much, but I like going out. I like drinks. And he'll just start putting out
what it
positive-
is the kids are in college, and he and Leanne are going to go on the bus, and this is just what he's going to do now that he has
on the bus?
no responsibility.
Yeah.
This guy is so exhausting. I hate him. Like, I'd hate to be with him. I can't. I'd rather watch TikTok all day long and
He's
find the
Portuguese.
people I find.
He's Portuguese.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure he's very proud of it, and he has to tell you that. I'm from Brazil. I'm from Portugal. Yeah. My parents came over when I was 2 years old. I speak Portuguese.
Yeah, you kind of got it.
I know. He's gonna do that whole thing.
Hey, how you guys doing?
He's so
Portugal pride, baby.
This level of energy is so foreign to me
Me
that
too.
I can't even mimic it.
I don't like
You know
it.
what I mean? Like I can't pretend. Like I can do a little bit. Like how you guys doing? It's big time.
Yeah.
I can do him a little bit. He's a little more subdued.
Yeah. He's
but
manic.
this guy
Cocaine.
is manic energy.
You think he's on cocaine? Yeah, it's cocaine.
It's a combination
Yeah.
of cocaine and TikTok together. I think that's what it is. Look at every single fucking one of these.
I'm out here at the beach Yeah, he's always
Pick
out
another.
here.
Oh, look at how white his hair is there.
God.
Oh shit! Because you can see that he darkened it right after that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nice and easy.
Yeah, baby. It's a good day to be positive. Every day's a good day to be positive. But today's extra special, man. It's beautiful out. Hey, June 10th, Monday, I'll be at the Yankee Met game.
Shh. Good. What do you want me to say hi to you? Like, I'm at the Yankee Met game. Everybody say hi to me. I'm on Instagram. Hoy vey.
Yeah.
Enough. This guy's
Pretty
exhausted.
cute fat guy, right?
Oh my God. He is, but I will give him. Can I tell you something? I do love cute little old fat guys. Like, I do think he's cute and he's adorable, and I probably would like him in real life.
You probably would.
Like, I'd hug him and be like, hey, crazy
You
Joe.
probably have to apologize for half the shit you've said about him.
But he does get exhausted. Like, I picture myself having to fly across the country. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, he's okay. What's this? I just want to see that we can close it after this. I want to see.
I'm done. I'm
Hey, Mr. Positive here. I got a special guest today, man. All the way from Bensonhurst. This is the best man here, Vincenz. Look at him.
No child labor. I could verify it. Pure organic. You bring whatever
there
you
he
want
is.
here. 2-day turnaround, maybe even sooner. I'm from Brooklyn for
I
this.
can't. I'm done. All the way from Bensonhurst. Where's that? Like, that's another part of the Bronx or something. It's like down the corner, and they joke about it. Like, he came all the way from Harlem. Ah! But it's the same neighborhood.
It's not the same neighborhood.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
It's like he came from Santa Monica
Yeah.
to the Valley.
Yeah.
Okay. They love being like representing areas and stuff.
Yeah. Sounds like you wanted to put an end to that fun we were having.
I can't. He shuts me down.
Okay. That's
He
too
shuts
bad.
me down.
It's too bad.
Yeah, baby. Good morning, everybody.
Oh my God. All done. Thank you.
Should we update our fetish friends? Update. You ready?
Sure.
So we got update. We both got messaged by our initial contact, Kay. Remember?
Yeah.
She messaged, got kicked off of Instagram.
Doing her foot fetish.
Yeah. They shut
What
it down.
was she selling? Photographs? She was selling photographs.
Well, but it was just like photos, and then she was like, DM me for custom work. Mm-hmm. And Instagram just like shut it down. But what we've learned is that Twitter's a lot more forgiving.
Take it to Twitter.
Take it to Twitter.
Twitter's a cesspool.
You can sell buckets of jizz on Twitter. They are ready. They don't care.
Twitter has zero community guidelines.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
They'll show the cucumber challenge all day, every day.
Also was a message by a number of guys are like, I'm giving the foot thing a try. Yeah, they're selling they're trying to pay those bills.
With their feet, with guy feet.
Yeah, there's like a whole, we inspired a whole community as what the message that I got.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So, I think you have to be careful. I was surprised we had our pre-show meeting and Potter was like really laying the law down on how this is supposed to go. And he said, the correct hashtags are what's important. So I think he's going to do a little tutorial maybe on what you should be doing.
That's a great idea. And then I think we should have all the boys show us their feet and we can see who's the nicest foot model.
Oh, fuck. I want to throw up. I want to puke.
Who do you think has the worst feet of the people that work here? Definitely Blue Band, right?
Well, my suspicion always would be Josh on everything.
I know.
But then he would be the first to admit it, and he said he said that his were all right. So that means that I believe him.
See, but
he wouldn't say it if it weren't true.
You're right, and I do think that Josh hooks up with women, and therefore has to be a little cleaner than.
Yeah.
I mean, and he hooks up, so I think his feet are probably okay.
So you're trying to say that?
I don't know, Nadav. How many chicks are you hooking up? I just never hear you talking about your love life, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of keep it personal, but I do hook up with women.
Wow.
And my feet are not a deal breaker.
Oh wow.
There you go.
He's got like red toe hair.
Yeah, probably. He's got red hair
You got
everywhere.
that red toe hair?
It's a little webbed.
You have web feet?
I got some webbings.
I knew it.
Are you guys going to start selling custom videos?
Ugh.
I mean, if there's a demand for it, I'll totally make some extra money on this.
Feet by Blue. I wonder which one of you guys would sell the most. I really do.
Of those guys?
Oh, I know who has the worst feet.
Who?
It's got to be Chris.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I just believe it. I think anything that you're like, I wonder who's he's going to be the guy standing in the back.
Yeah.
Who in his head he's like, oh, I've definitely got it worse.
Think so?
And and then like when it's time to show, as long as you put like a bet or something on it, he'll be like, see, give me that money. Mine are the worst. Remember his ball hair?
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
what
9 inches long.
That's what makes me think it might be him, Chris, because he had the longest pube, which means he's not really paying attention.
Fucker had a pube like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nasty as hell. No, your feet are nice though.
I have nice feet actually.
So do I. Mine are great. Speaking of feet, I snuck out of the house. We were gone this weekend, and I was alone with the kiddos, and I snuck out to go get a Chinese foot massage at this local place, and it was kind of dicey. Like I walked in, they were still doing construction.
Construction?
Yeah. It was like, whatever, put off plastic. Anyway, I walk in, and the lady behind the desk, and she goes, you want male, female? And I go, female. She goes, we have a male. And I was like, okay, male. And I normally don't like getting massaged by men.
Is she Spanish? I was just trying to peg the accent.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
They said Tibetan foot massage. Any hoodles. I'm very skeptical of a male masseuse. I generally don't like them. And the whole time I'm like, when's this guy gonna do something weird? You know, 'cause
really?
I've never been there. Yeah.
Really?
So he starts.
You're offending so many.
Why?
Like,
The male masseuse community.
Dude, you got whenever you.
I'm not a pervert. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. So anyway, he's rubbing both my shoulders, right? I'm sitting up in the chair and he's rubbing my shoulders. And then all of a sudden I feel one hand lift, right? And now there's only one hand on one shoulder. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, he's probably jacking his dick.
You really thought that?
I 100% do.
That he's just going to stand there, rub his shoulder and jack his dick?
Yes. Because that's what guys do. That's how nasty men are.
Shoulder rubbing?
100%. But then I reminded myself, I was like, you know what? In the history of my life, I've never seen a Chinese guy masturbate in public. I've only ever seen old homeless white guys doing it. And then in my head, I was like,
so
Asian guys are not perverts.
This isn't an old homeless white guy, therefore he's probably not jerking.
Because how many times have you ever seen like a Chinese guy jerk off in public? It's just not culturally, they don't do that.
That's true. I haven't seen that.
Right?
Yeah. I've seen a black guy take a shit.
Right?
And I've seen a white guy play with himself and piss and shit. Yeah.
White guys do that
It's
stuff.
usually white guys, yeah.
It's not the Asian community.
It's part of our appeal.
Yeah. Look at all the Me Too stuff.
Yeah.
All horny white guys.
Pretty much.
Not one Asian guy in that mix that I know of.
I haven't seen an Asian guy in the mix.
See? But he did a really great job, and I'm going to go back to him again. So what happened was, it wasn't that he was jerking off. He was using two hands on one shoulder, and then he would switch and do two hands on the other.
Let's have a real conversation about this.
I thought we did.
No. I'm saying, let's say your suspicions are confirmed.
Yeah.
And you turn, and he's giving you a nice shoulder rub with one hand and jacking off with the other hand. Do you say anything, or do you just let it go?
No, I get up and I go, hey. I
really?
go, whoa. And I go, hey, dude. When I get panicked, when something happens, I usually go, hey, dude. And then I get up, and I would get up and leave.
Yeah, I would not.
You would let him finish?
Yeah.
If it was a really good massage.
Yeah. If I was like, Jesus, man, I'm really sinking into like falling asleep, and then he's like, oh, almost done, like, and I noticed, and I just noticed he's like, I'm not going to shoot it on you. I'm just going to shoot it over in the corner.
Well, that's the big question, because that's what I kept thinking.
If he shoots it on you, that's super disrespectful,
right?
For sure. But if he just turns and is like, oh, it's over here.
Well, that's what I was thinking when I was thinking that he was masturbating. I thought, well, where's he going to finish?
Well, in my head,
I'd
be like, if I notice him masturbating, I would just go, he needs to get one out. Like, I would understand. I'd have empathy. I'd be like, he's backed up. He's really got it cleared out.
Wait, do you think he could do it at a better time?
He could, but I'd be like, he must really need to get this one out. So I forgive him. Would you forgive a guy for doing that?
No.
If he's jerking off, but he's doing a really good job on your neck.
With the other hand, he's really getting in their spots.
Man,
I mean, if I can't see it, out of sight, out of mind.
There you go. Yeah. I'd be like, all right.
Okay,
man.
and I will.
If you can't hear it.
Well,
right.
and I will admit that because I couldn't hear it, and you can tell when a guy's jerking off because the rest of them shakes ever so slightly. And I was like, well, I don't feel like the shake. So I'm like, it's definitely not that.
I feel like you have some real intuition about how the body shakes ever so slightly.
I know that because, like, you know, I've been around dudes, you know,
jerking off a lot
since I was 15. I've seen Latino guys jerking off in church. When I was in Mexico, I saw a man masturbating in a church in Mexico.
Was he being chill about it or trying to? Was he like?
Yeah, he was like trying to look. I was like 12, so he was making eye contact and masturbating. I've seen a guy in Hungary on a bus jerking off. I've seen white homeless guys.
My nigga, what?
Hey,
what?
What was that for?
Guys jerking off.
Okay.
What am I supposed to?
Anyways, but I've never seen an Asian guy be a pervert. Never. I've never had that.
What the fuck is going on, my guy?
That's what I would say.
Yeah. Jerking off.
It's so weird when guys do that in public.
Why?
I've seen a guy do it in the car. Remember in Redondo?
Oh,
White
yes,
guy.
yes.
Never Asian.
Yeah.
Never Asian. And then you saw an interesting dick yesterday.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I saw one at school.
Yeah.
I went to pick up our older kid. He's in class.
Yeah.
And one of the other kids' dads was wearing gray, loose sweatpants.
It was a birthday party. And it was his kid's birthday. That's why the parents.
I was trying to leave out specifics.
Oh, sorry.
You know? Like, that's kind of how.
Well, why would all the parents be at the school?
I don't know. But I mean, like, you don't have to paint.
I just thought it was interesting that he chose to wear what you're going to say at an event. It wasn't just a casual pickup, is what I'm saying. Like a cursory, like, hey, get my kid, go out. That's a different outfit.
I guess. I mean, I didn't think the outfit was that unusual.
It's different.
The outfit was only unusual because he has an animal in between his legs. Like the dude had. You ever go in a pool and seen a noodle, like a thing you can sit on?
Yeah.
Like in a pool, it's like a pool toy.
Yeah.
He had one of those between his legs.
Oh my god.
This dick. I'm not kidding you, man. It looked. It almost looked like it had the consistency of a 3/4 hard dick, but it was totally flaccid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was thick. It was like flapping around, and he was there. Like I was there for 20 minutes.
But he was wearing sweatpants,
dude. And every time he moved, his dick, and he would bend down by the kid and stand up, and then his dick would pop up like this. And I was like, I kept looking at the other adults, like, are you guys seeing this fucking thing? You guys see how big this guy's dick is? I thought somebody was going to say something like, hey, man, you need to step
like,
outside.
Sir.
Yeah.
Well, because he clearly wasn't wearing panties.
Dude, put some jeans on or something. You got to tie that thing down.
Because he knows. He's got to know.
Of course he knows.
Yeah.
Of course he knows. I think he does it because not at school, but I think in life in general, he probably wants people to know, you know?
Clearly.
I mean, yeah, I think it's like it seems like it's something you would do as a flex, or, you know, he's probably in his 40s. He's just like, this is how I live. I've lived like this.
Yeah.
Was
he Asian?
Nope.
See?
Nope.
See?
No, you're definitely on point with your Asian analysis.
Yeah. But he should have worn underwear under the sweatpants if he knew that's what he was packing.
He might have had like super loose underwear on. He could have had that on.
Boxers.
But this was like, it was a distraction. Like I almost said happy birthday to his dick. Like I was so distracted.
You're like, blow out the candle?
Yeah, I almost went like that to it. And I also I immediately kept looking down at myself. You know, I was like, Jesus, it's got to be 6 times the size of it.
6 times?
I mean, it seemed like it.
Yeah. I wish why didn't I go to school with you? I wish I would.
Oh my God, we would have had such. I'd never wanted you to be with me more. I could picture me just being like, you gotta look at this guy's dick, right? And then you would have noticed it and been like, I can't think of anything else right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, because I've seen big dicks in public like that
in public, all your stuff.
Because men are disgusting.
Where do you see the big dicks in public?
Big dicks, me too, in public. I've seen. Remember the guy in Miami? We were on the beach one time.
Yeah.
And he kept playing with it.
Yeah.
And flopping it.
It wasn't like this though. That was not like. I remember that.
The Puerto Rican guys on the beach in Miami, they run in their dick shorts. You know, I like it. And their medallions, they fly up and hit them in the face when they run and stuff.
It is a very Puerto Rican choice.
Yeah.
To have shorts and chains.
They do, and they jog on the beach shirtless with the chain and the
dick's moving.
The dick shorts. That's why I like them so much. Yeah.
The combination of the two?
I do. I think it's
really?
cute.
What's cute about it?
It's not a look you see on the West Coast, but when I'm in Florida, I appreciate it. I'm like,
you're like,
nice.
It's Puerto Rican dick shorts.
Yeah.
With chains. Yeah.
I don't mind seeing swinging dicks around.
I mean, it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I just thought, I guess the setting was like, this is a school. I mean, I was just like, dude, I mean, I'm telling you, I tried to show you, I tried to catch some video.
Oh, I saw.
But that didn't fully capture what was going on. I mean, to give, like, I'm telling you, this thing was like this thick, okay? And hanging was like 6-7 inches long. A fucking hammer on him.
It's crazy.
Now I know why his wife kind of has a limp when she walks. I always wondered. Now I understand.
He knew.
You think he knew what he was doing there at school? I don't think he was thinking about it at school.
Let me tell you, because I've got big monster tits, right?
Yeah.
And I've had them pretty much my whole life, and I know when my boobs are out and when people can see them. If I, like you're cognizant of that stuff.
Yeah.
He knows. He's just nasty.
Yeah, maybe.
We should report him.
Report it. What do I do? Do I go to the principal? I go, I just want to tell you something.
Yeah.
You know, what's his name's dad? He's got a real big dick. And he's not shy about letting us know. And then she'll be like, did he expose himself? Nope. I just think it was pretty obvious. And then she questions all the other people, and they're like, we didn't notice anything.
It's just you. Yeah, that'd be the
I'm
best.
like, believe me. I couldn't have been the only one.
How do people not notice that kind of stuff? I feel like that's all I notice in the world.
Dude, it was like, I almost wanted to pull him aside and be like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like here?
Fucking dick.
At school?
Yeah.
These are kids.
I know.
Yeah.
And their heads are
they're all dick height for him.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. He is a shorter, super skinny guy. So he's probably...
Short and super skinny.
Yeah. He's probably 5, I don't know, maybe 5'8".
Really?
Yeah. And like 130, maybe 140 pounds. Really, really slender build. Very skinny guy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You would never know.
Fucking sledgehammer on him.
Yeah. Well, what can you do?
I kind of want to see if maybe him and his wife sell videos, custom videos.
Should you ask?
Yeah, I'll be like, do you guys have like a Instagram or anything? And be like,
you guys on
for
the
what?
gram?
Just like, I don't know. Do you guys ever? You guys take requests or anything? Like for videos?
We're such douchebags. Do you realize that we only notice the horrible things in life? Like a normal person would have been like, oh, that guy's dick is out. I shouldn't look. You were like, I'm going to take a video so that my wife can see it later.
Like real moist.
I think that's why we found each other,
Yeah.
Because you're the only. I always.
You gonna tell me I ain't never fucked your mother?
Because I love the awful things in life too.
Yeah.
Like I seek out the awful and I love it. So I appreciate your work.
Babe, that's the whole foundation of this show. That's why we have a podcast. It's everything you're describing right now.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. Well, we have a lot to get to. Can we show my TikToks for God's sakes?
All right.
I've been curating these painstakingly.
Hold on.
What?
No, I just wanted to make sure that we do we have time for everything before because we got a break here in a moment.
Yeah, I'd say we could spend about 5 or 10 minutes on this.
And then we have to get to the thing that we prepped as well.
What thing that we prepped as well?
Do I have to write it out for you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we can do that, whatever you
we
want.
have about 20 minutes till the next guest comes.
Okay. So let's do quickly.
You tell me what you want to do.
Let's go.
I heard you bitches was looking for me. Bitch, here I go.
All right. It's Christina's TikTok segment, which is has exploded. It has its own Instagram following, and people
listen, the people
appreciate it.
really respond to my curations, and I wish you would too. All I'm saying is I've shown you some good things.
I have to hear these fucking TikToks.
Let's get right into it.
Okay.
How many suicides does it take to realize that what you say online fucking matters?
So he mouthed that. That wasn't actually him saying it.
That was recorded.
Okay,
People
I was
say
gonna say
that.
he's pretty bad at it.
Well, that's the key to a good TikTok video is being bad at mouthing.
Well,
the words.
it took me a while. I was trying to sync it, and then I realized it was impossible. I thought it was just out of sync, and it wasn't.
You're like, holy shit, this is terrible. Okay.
My dinner is getting cold. I'm gonna eat it now. I'm sorry. I'm not talking too long. Okay, bye.
Well, his dinner looks good. He's got onion rings.
Check. Fuck ICP. I was around when they were in their prime, and they sucked then. Fuck all this bullshit clown crap.
Okay, I can get behind this guy.
Yeah, I get behind him.
I like him a lot.
I like him.
I will say that there's a lot of variety in this batch. Like we're seeing all the lanes.
Yeah.
To my husband, Thor's Pizza Rolls. I want steak, eggs, bacon, and another cup of coffee when I get home.
Whoa.
Love you.
She's got Josh Potter eyes.
Oh. Those are a lot of gums, too.
All right.
Many gums.
All right.
Not all of us are the grandchildren of the witches you didn't burn. Some of us are the spirits of the witches that you did burn.
I just
keep quiet.
Oh, by the way, can I?
You're not appreciating.
Go ahead.
You're just go.
And we remember.
Yeah, she's gonna get you back. Did you get that? Did you pay attention to what she said to you? She's gonna get you back.
Yeah, I got it.
Do you know how hard it is to find these gems? You're just dropping them on the floor. You know how hard that was? Oh, this one's my favorite.
I just wanted to tell you something. I opened a TikTok because she sent me one, a horrible one, and I swiped, and I swiped, and it was like some girl who was, singing like just a regular girl, and then I'm like, oh, I swiped again, dude. I couldn't find anything like this. Like in 100 swipes, nothing, not one.
That's what I'm saying. My curation is special.
Yeah,
I wish you would fucking just give it the love. Okay, this guy's my favorite. Let's try to figure out what's going on here because I'm not sure. Just go ahead and play this one.
Hey, princess, you look down. Are you okay? Did somebody hurt you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You need colors from Daddy? Come here.
So I know it's creepy. He does these series of things where he's like, "Hey, princess, you look like you need
what?
A hug."
And what accent is that?
I don't know. But that's what he's doing. And he goes, "Hey, princess," and then he's like, "Do you want a piece of candy, princess? Here you go."
All right, this may be unbelievably uncomfortable.
I know. That's the whole point of TikTok. You're not
to make yourself uncomfortable.
That's why I like it. Because oh boy.
No, we're gonna skip over this guy.
Really?
Why?
I think there's music in here. Here, I'm gonna mute it.
Just mute.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a sadist?
Oh, he's doing the line.
Yeah, he's mouthing along to a movie, I think.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know I couldn't.
And he's a leather daddy. He's got a leather vest on, sleeveless leather vest, no shirt, and he's got like a camo hat and a beard, and he kind of looks like me if I took better care of myself.
And if you took poundings in your beef. Dudes. Oh, this one's good. She's back.
Good morning, everybody. Today's Saturday. It is really nice out here. To all my family and friends, I want you to have a blessed day and be safe. Me and my family, we're going to a movie. I don't know what we're going to see. Then we're going to go to Applebee, and then I'm going to come home to rest. I'm spending time with my grandkids and my son.
Sounds like a good day.
But yeah, that's nice. She's a nice lady. God damn it. Ah, fuck.
Hey, I'm looking for a TikTok wife. If you're 18, I'll be open to talk to you.
Oh.
Leave in the comment and tell me about yourself.
Well, you know, I see that as an open invitation for you.
I'm not 18.
Yeah, you're over 18.
Much over 18.
Maybe he'd like that.
Now, he's got the makings of a cool guy. Look at the smoke detector in the back. Angle is the proposal's absurd. It's an absurd request for him.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all?
Oh, please. Okay, here he's back again. I know you like him.
Hello, I'm making dinner, pancakes, eggs, and sausage. Talk to you in a few. Okay, bye.
I like him, though. He's sweet. Okay, bye. Oh, this one's neat. Yeah.
I'm making tacos for dinner. It's gonna be good. Yummy.
She's funny, right?
Do you realize you're probably causing listener suicides right now?
Why?
I mean, do you think that people want to hear this?
Of course they do. They've been writing that they love it.
Is that the end of it? All right, let's before we show that, will you show her the video that I sent you so we give her like a little back and forth?
Okay.
Wait,
You know, the tree trimming.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, you got to see this. This is wild. Here's my TikTok.
Is it your faves? Okay.
All right, here we go. Volume up. Tree trim. What the fuck happened there? Everybody.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Everybody's mortified, Tom.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
I know. Never see someone's head get knocked off.
Did it get really knocked off?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Dude, his head got knocked off. Babe, this is terrible. I can't unsee this. It legit did. You're being serious.
Oh, wait, is it?
Oh, dude.
I thought just the helmet went off.
Bro, his head is gone, bro. Oh.
No.
Or his neck is snapped off for sure.
Is it off? Is it severed?
Dude,
it looks off from here.
Yeah.
I prepped this really quickly this morning.
I thought it was just the helmet.
Yeah, let's just get off of this frame.
You know, is it not just the helmet?
It's at least the helmet.
At least? Wait, but you can't tell? You really can't tell in slow-mo? Can you tell? Is his head severed?
Yeah.
Here, we're going frame by frame. Here,
Okay. All right, so there's a helmet on. I hear Josh laughing the hardest. Okay, there's
the helmet.
Right.
The helmet's flown off, and then what's that thing above his head?
This looks like no neck, no head over here.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Is it real funny, Tom?
Whoops.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I saw it at full speed. I thought it was a helmet loss. Oh, maybe that's his head. Jesus.
Okay, at least I like TikToks on TikTok. You like
this is my TikTok.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's take a listener poll. Who's more messed up, Tom or me?
Definitely you.
In our viewing habits.
Oh yeah, so we got to play this highlight here.
OMG.
So one of the big things that came out of the Theo episode from a few weeks ago, obviously, you know, big Theo gate. He came
episode.
here. Yeah, it was a huge episode. It was a good time. But there was one interaction where you told him when you actually first met him. When you met him, it was years ago. I think it might have been like on a challenge or something.
So it was after my season of Road Rules in the late 90s. And what happens is, so Theo was in a season of Road Rules after me. And what happens to promote the current season that's airing, the season before goes to challenge the current season. So it's like a way of passing the Road Rules baton. And so that's how I met him the first time.
And
in the late 90s,
went into the specifics.
To Mexico.
Okay, you went into specifics though.
Guadalajara.
You went into specifics on this during the segment of your like, when I met you, I actually remember like holding your dog for a moment.
That's right, because that's what I remembered of meeting Theo the first time, because I'm a dog lover and I never forget a face when I meet a dog. I love them so much. And he had an adorable Chihuahua on the Winnebago.
Okay, but when he came here and you brought it up,
that's right.
He vehemently denied that.
Which was so bizarre because I remember wanting to hold his dog and then he wouldn't let me hold it. And I was like, this is so weird. And I was surprised the producers let him have a dog on Road Rules, honestly. So I remember it.
Here's a reminder of here's how this interaction went between you two on your mom's house.
You had a Chihuahua, a little dog. Do you remember that little doggy you had?
Somebody must have lent me it.
Are you serious? And I remember.
I've never had a small animal like that. I mean, I've had a lot of smaller animals, but nothing that size.
You did have a Chihuahua, and I remember I was like, he's not letting me pet the dog because the dog was real skittish, and you're like, don't pet this dog.
Oh, I've never had that, so that wasn't even me. But
that wasn't.
Oh my God.
That wasn't me.
And I thought I was going nuts because he kept denying. I thought, gosh, well, maybe I was wrong, and then
almost immediately when the episode came out, this was sent to us.
Yeah, someone sent it to me, and the hashtag was believe women. Which I thought was funny.
And that is that used to be his profile
and that's
picture.
the dog. That's the dog I met
dog.
in Mexico when we met Theo and the cast.
So all I can say is that Theo Gate ends, but Chihuahua Gate just started.
Begins. Let Chihuahua Gate begin.
Let the conversation begin.
So I don't know what's going on there.
I would like to get to the bottom of that.
Of Chihuahua Gate.
What's going on with Chihuahua Gate, man?
I don't know.
Let the conversation begin.
It's so bizarre.
All right. Well,
why is he hiding that Chihuahua?
I don't know.
What do you think happened there?
I don't know. Dude, speaking of wild shit, you have got to see this clip. Now, I don't know how the audio will translate, but the video is really something. This guy is bathing fully in a septic tank.
Why?
Because he's a cool guy.
Oh.
Look at him.
Oh, it's fetish. Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Tell the people what's happening though.
I don't want
who are
to.
Listening.
I don't like it. It's a guy wearing like a fetish mask and the fetish plastic outfit, and he's in a pool of caca and pee-pees, and he's bathing it, and he's rubbing his eyes because the eye holes are open. He's like bathing in caca.
I mean, in huge.
I cannot.
A huge pool of diarrhea and shit, piss, vomit, everything. He's just rubbing it on his face.
And he's got the eye holes cut out of that mask, so that's going in his. He's got a pink eye for sure, at the least, if not hepatitis. Thank you for sharing. This needs to be on TikTok. Oh, what is that?
Probably like a tampon or. I mean,
thanks, Tom. That's a great video. Thanks.
Cool guy club.
That's pretty wild.
You sent this to me.
Yeah.
And in the 4 years that I've worked with you,
Yeah.
this was the only time I came close to puking when prepping something for the show. Legit had a very difficult time.
And he looks dismayed.
Dude, no one in this room was able to look at the screen.
Everybody's traumatized.
He was switching everything blind.
Traumatized.
I don't know why, but nothing makes me happier than hearing that. You know what I mean?
I like weirdos. You like traumatizing people. You enjoy misery.
Yeah.
Can we do one thing before we go into mid-roll?
Yeah.
Somebody made online, is it Mr. Clavicles?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic montage of all the highlights from your mom's house
not all
over
of
the
them,
years.
but
A
like
few of the
a few,
greats.
yeah.
I just wanted to share. I thought it was just so funny.
It was
Both
cool.
of us got
And
a
he
kick.
used a song from your mom's house as the bed of music.
Yeah, and it's
It
a
was
tribute to
Theo.
our dog,
Yeah.
FIFA.
Are you thirsty?
Please give me cock.
Come here, let me tickle you.
Ching chong, ching chong.
She's retarded.
Oh my god.
Fuck this shit. Fuck.
Diamonds in the crevice for you.
Vegan for China.
All for you.
It gets bigger when I pull it.
This is just who I am.
You make my pussy dry.
I'm ready to walk to North Carolina. Your wife.
Just like the gays.
Motherfucker.
Stupid white bitch.
Got your hand off my duct tapey man.
You wanna fuck with my
Little faggot.
Honest truth, yes, I would.
Really like that.
Hi, America. It's hard fucking core. Now that's fucking bullshit, man.
Come here and let me tickle you.
Fucking dog cunt.
Our dad had taught us not to be ashamed of our
White niggers.
OMG.
You are completely retarded.
Are you
Hey, man, that was great.
Wow.
That was great.
What a beautiful montage of our work.
Mr. _Clavicles. Thanks for making
Wow.
that. That was really great.
I feel good. We're doing the Lord's work on this show.
All right. And Gene, before our guests arrive, got to tell you what's up with the tour. July 23rd, I'm in Rochester, Minnesota. Yeah, where the Mayo Clinic is. I'm at that Olmsted County Fair.
Oh my
Excited.
gosh.
Chad Daniels and Josh Potter on
Get
the
out
show
of
with
town.
me. The next day, 24th, I'm in Appleton, Wisconsin. 25th, Rockford, Illinois. 26th, Peoria. 27th, Cedar Rapids. And 28th, Evansville. It's a bus week. What? Shortly thereafter, Wilkes-Barre, PA, Terrytown, Albany, Foxwoods, Hampton Beach, and Burlington. And then I go to Canada. That's the country to the north of us. And up there, I will hit London, 2 shows in Toronto, 2 in Winnipeg, 2 in Vancouver, and Calgary. Calgary sold out. That is August 18th. Get your tickets to those and all the other dates coming up. Doing Europe, hitting a bunch of cities in Europe. TomSegura.com/tour. And I recently added a show in, Grand Rapids. So come holler at your boy, TomSegura.com/tour. Gene?
Now, while you're in Canada, will you be eating the McDonald's tomato mozzarella chicken sandwich?
Maybe. If they, McDonald's does have a great menu up there.
Yeah. It's a Canadian favorite. Okay, my tour, August 2nd and 3rd, Salt Lake City, Utah. September 5th, Milwaukee. September 6th, Chicago. September 7th, Boston. October 3rd through 5th, Nashville. November 22nd, Seattle. And the 23rd, Portland, Oregon. Go to Christina P. online for tickets. Also, if you haven't seen my 2 Netflix specials, please check out The Degenerates. It's a half hour. And my hour, Mother Inferior. Oh, and check out my new podcast dropping July 8th, Where My Mom's At, a podcast by and for real moms only.
That's what's up. All right. You ready to?
Yeah, whiz.
Let's do it.
Your Mom's House will be right back.
It is my great pleasure to welcome our next guest, a Hall of Famer, legitimately, a pioneer of hip hop and an all-around great guy, Daryl DMC McDaniels. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is wild, man.
Appreciate it.
I mean, I was thinking back, I've loved hip hop my whole life, and my first 2 tapes, because I bought cassette tapes when I was a kid that I purchased were the Fat Boys and Run DMC.
Wow, Fat Boys are incredible.
Yeah, man, that was like. And to see that you're here right now is incredible.
Mind blowing. And we're introducing our 3-year-old son to records, and Run DMC was one of the first ones we bought.
Yeah.
Oh, the vinyl.
The vinyl. Yeah, we got
nice.
vinyl. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's awesome, man.
Oh, you're so nice.
That's cool.
I know, you're too nice.
How are you so famous and so nice?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm famous.
Yeah, that's
why.
why.
If you think you're famous, then you're not nice. If you don't think you're famous, it doesn't affect you.
You know what I was thinking about today? Like, just as knowing that I was going to see you here, I was like, it actually hit me like, oh yeah, you didn't have hip hop to list. Like, you created a genre, which is. I don't
too much. We didn't really create it,
but I'm saying you're part of that. You elevated.
Right. We were. What happened with us was that we became the physical embodiment, the representatives of hip hop prior to us, what we were doing, and where it was going.
Yeah.
And for me, I never wanted to be in show business.
Really?
Yes. Now, Run saw hip-hop grow up in his living room. His brother Russell, before Rap Records was made, Russell was one of the promoters that saw the DJs in the streets of New York and was like, wow, every time they play the park or the block party, 1,000 people shows up.
Yeah.
So Russell wasn't the only one, but he was one of the promoters that said, yo, I'm going to move this indoors. I'm going to go rent the PAL, give the PAL his $100, pay the DJ $100, and then charge the people who were seeing it for free $5 to see it inside now, and put my name on a flyer and call myself Rush Productions.
Yeah.
So Run was seeing that in his living room. Russell managed Curtis Blow, Godfather of hip hop, Jimmy Spicer, Houdini. He did shows. He worked with Grandmaster Flash and all that. So Run was a little kid seeing that this was a business.
Right.
So Run was like, I could get rich and famous off this. I could make some money. I could get a mansion, a Rolls Royce, everything that you see Run doing now.
Right. Yeah.
He saw that hip hop was going to get him that.
Yeah.
For me, hip hop was make believe. And what I mean by that was I was into comic books. I went to Catholic school my whole life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you love these comic books.
I was one of those kids that when that street light come on, you have your ass in this house.
Yeah, that's the same rule with me growing
That was me.
up.
So, you know, and you hear the other kids outside playing like 11:30 and midnight. And it wasn't that, their parents don't care about them. I was like, they lucky that they could be out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 8, 9, and 10, and the little 5-year-old kid is outside at midnight playing.
Dude.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to find things to do. I went to Catholic school my whole life, but so my world was these comic books. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It started with Batman. Then I discovered Marvel. Stan Lee, rest in peace. He was a genius. He put the superheroes really in New York.
Yeah.
So what that did for me, it didn't make it make-believe anymore.
Right.
It made it real.
Yeah.
So my whole life prior to music was Marvel comic books. Captain America, the Hulk, Spider-Man, the Avengers, the whole 9. Read, collect, draw. Read, collect, draw. Read, collect, draw. That's all I did. By me always reading comic books made me a good reader in school.
Yes.
So I was a honor roll student, which I'm very proud of to this day.
Yeah.
Always on the honor roll. It's funny. It still torments me to this day. There was 2 girls that I could never beat. Nadine Welch and Deborah Hamilton.
Wow, that stuck with you.
Oh, yeah. But I was always the only guy up there with them, the smartest kids in the schools. You know, when I would get an A-, they would get an A+.
Yeah.
When I would get a B, they would get the A-. I could never defeat them. But since I was always reading comic books, it made me a good student. So that was my life. From kindergarten to 7th grade. Then in 7th grade, something crazy happened to me. This thing called hip hop comes over the bridge from the Bronx. Now, I didn't know what it was at first.
At the time, by the way, are you a music fan? Like, do you like
No,
music?
I can't. That's another funny question. I didn't have a music that was mine because when I was a kid, my mother and father was still young. So Marvin Gaye, Al Green, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder.
That's what's
soul
played at
music.
house.
Yeah, black soul music in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, Motown. That was my mother and father's music.
Oh, right. That's not yours.
I'm a kid. I don't care nothing about love and girls. Girls are yucky.
Right.
I'm in the comic books.
Yeah.
So for me, the only music that I thought was me was classic rock, so-called classic rock now, and folk rock. 70s, the Beatles, the Stones, Harry Chapin, Joni Mitchell, Bob Dylan, Jim Croce.
You're getting into
Crosby,
all this.
Stills, Young and Nash, Led Zeppelin, right? Because soul music, and even at the time in the 70s, disco, that was the adult, that was, the grown-up things to do.
Yeah.
As a kid, I didn't have the music. But when I heard rock, there was just something about the rock drums was heavier.
So you loved that stuff.
The guitars was gang, so rock music was like superheroes to me.
Holy shit.
And then the folk music was like social studies or history in school. Because even though these dudes were big rock stars, most of their music was about politics. Neil Young, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, they were talking about the government and women's rights and civil. So the rock and the folk rock guys were singing, in addition to singing about sex and loves and drugs, they were singing about stuff that I could relate to as a student.
Right.
Because Marvin Gaye and Al Green, and they was said, I want to try, let's get it on. I didn't want to do that. It's yucky.
Yeah.
But when I heard Neil Young, it was 10 soldiers and Nixon's coming. It's fine. John Lennon sleeping naked to protest the war. John Fogerty, Fortunate Son. So as a kid, that's smart. That got my attention.
Right.
Compared to, I didn't care nothing about ABC. I cared nothing about high heels. True story. I cared nothing about high heels and afros and dashikis. No, cared nothing about that. It was just something about the folk rock that attracted me. So that's what I had. So here's what happened. In 7th grade, this kid had a tape recorder. Cassette. Remember the flat tape, not box or boom box.
Right.
Flat cassette tape
Yeah,
recorders.
you put it in frontward.
Oh,
And
yeah, dude.
remember those
Yes.
things?
Bam.
So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
kid
yeah.
named Billy Morris had one, and Billy was in the 8th grade. So me and 2 other my friends from St. Pascal Baylon Elementary School, we was in the schoolyard playing basketball on a one rim that the Catholic school had? Because you gotta understand something. If you go to Catholic school, you can't go to the public park. Because you got a bag that says St. Pascal Baylon Elementary, you wear a uniform.
Right.
The public school kids are going to get you.
Yeah, man, of course.
So I got bullied, teased, and picked on. I got my lunch money taken till I got smart enough to put it in my sock under my foot.
Wow.
So they couldn't hear it jingle.
So they would know, like, check the ankles.
Exactly. So life was
Yeah.
miserable with me. So we was in the park playing on the one rim that was in there for the poor little Catholic school kids. And Billy Morris in the 8th grade, he goes, yo, come in. So you know how you are. You know, nerdy, geeky kids act like you don't hear them.
Yeah.
Yo, then he hit you with the, I ain't gonna say it again. So now you know you're in trouble. Your ass is grass. So it's 3 of us. I was a smart kid. I always thought ahead. So I said, you know, and I'm not violent. I'm not in a gang and nothing. I'm a nerdy Catholic school kid.
The comic book kid.
So I told my 2 friends, yo, it's 3 of us and 1 of him. If he try, we probably wouldn't have did nothing, but if he tries anything, we gonna jump his ass. So we walk over to Billy, and Billy just says, he pulls his tape recorder out his tote bag and says, check this out. And he pushes play. And the beat goes, doosh, dash, goosh, goosh, dash, goosh, goosh, dash, goosh. And then a voice goes, when you mess around in New York town, you go down with the disco Chiba clown, you go down. You just keep the pep in your step. You don't stop till you get on the mountain top. And when you reach the top, you reach your peak. That's when you hear Eddie Chiba speak. And it stopped. And it was all staticky and stuff like that. We said, do that again. He did it again. We stood in that schoolyard for 3 hours listening to whatever that was. I didn't know what it was, but it just felt so good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Not to, I'm so excited because that's the first time I heard Run DMC. I lived in this apartment complex, and it was by the basketball courts, and the older kids had the cassette tape.
Morris was older than me.
And they
We
were
had the
listening
same
to
experience.
Run DMC, and it was like, you be illin'. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man?
Right, exactly.
Right? And it blew your mind.
It was just my DNA structure, every molecular.
It's crazy.
It was just me. And then I just hit Billy with the, yo, can I hold that? Motherfucker, no, Gary McDen. You know what I'm saying? This and that. And I was like, yo, Billy, man, you can have my mother. I'll give you the keys to my father's car. You can take over. He was like, ew, like, no. So, but he saw that I really wanted it. So it was a Friday afternoon, back in school Monday, over the weekend. Billy let me hold his tape.
Wow.
So I just went home. I listened to that from Friday night all the way till Sunday. I think it was about 8:30 when I fell asleep. Then I woke up, and the next day I was back in school. I gave it back to Billy. And then I paid no attention to it. Because that little thing, it was just that experience. I didn't know what it was, but for Friday night all the way to Sunday, gave it back to Billy. It was gone. But because of that tape, now I notice summertime, because of the tape, I started to notice, oh, that's what they do at the block parties in the park.
Right.
The DJs would come. The thing that was on the tape, see, I was still a kid, though.
Right.
I'm riding my bike, my skateboard, my comic books. I didn't care about the loud music. The music was so loud, but I'm a kid. Life is adventurous. I don't care about this. But because of the tape, now I'm noticing the DJs DJ in the park and stuff like that. So that was my introduction to hip hop. Still didn't give a shit about it. It was my comic books and Bruce Lee movies and the Addams Family and I Dream of Jeannie. Because we used to watch I Dream of Jeannie to get our sexual fantasies off of Barbara Eden. It was adolescents looking at that. But the thing that got me to partake in hip hop was now the DJs are doing the parks and the block parties. So now the older kids all want to be like the DJs in the neighborhood now.
Right.
So Booby Long and Anthony Wallace was the first 2 older kids in my neighborhood to get turntables and stuff like that. So my brother, who ran with Booby and them, wanted to get turntables. So we had a problem. He had a problem. We didn't sell weed, so we had no money.
Right.
See, the kids that sold drugs got everything, sneakers and Adidas and Pumas and bikes and Gazelles and Adidas suits. The kids that didn't sell drugs, if you didn't sell drugs or do stick-ups or rob houses, you broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my brother, he had to get turntables like Booby and Anthony. So he comes up with this idea. Yo, Daryl, come here, little bro. We're going to do a comic book sale so we can get enough money to get 2 turntables and a mixer. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we do a comic book sale, and check this. This is why this story is significant. So we make our own flyers with the loose leaf paper. The McDaniels brothers are doing a comic book sale. You know what I'm saying? So the doorbell's ringing. We pulling in some money, $9, $10. We needed a $40 mixer, and we needed a $30 turntable to go with the hi-fi stereo set that our parents already had.
Right.
So the doorbell was ringing, kids from all over the neighborhoods coming. The doorbell rings, I open it, and it's Joseph Simmons, the kid from the other class, him and his friend Harold.
Right. And that's Run's older brother.
No, Run is Joseph Simmons.
Oh, okay, right. But he has another brother besides
Russell Simmons.
And then another brother.
Yeah, but that wasn't even in the either's yet.
Right.
Joseph comes, buy comic books, and go home. It's significant because we reunite later. So me and my brother, we get to 2 turntables, and we get to mix. So now we got our own set in the basement. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as expensive as the dudes that was selling weed. They had the Quanters and the Techniques and stuff like that. We had some bullshit fake wood BSRs, but we was able to do the hip hop thing. So my brother brings home Rapper's Delight.
Yeah, man.
Now the thing that's in the streets is on record now. Y'all remember Rapper's Delight?
Yeah, of course.
Light blue with the rainbow on it. Oh, what the hell is that? Hip hop, the hip. It was a long ass record too.
So long, like fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah, real long. So me being a smart kid, you know what I'm saying, because I got an imagination for comic books, and I'm a good student because I'm reading the comic books. I listened to Rapper's Delight 2 or 3 times, and the only reason I cared about it was because of the Superman rhyme.
Right. Right.
He's the man with the S on his chest. Can you fly all through the night? Are you able to rock a party to the early night? I can satisfy you with he can satisfy you with his little worm, but I can push you out with my super sperm. So, oh shoot, there's a guy I didn't know it was rap. There's a guy talking about
Superman.
So that made it cool. So I learned Rapper's Delight from beginning to end. So now in the neighborhood, that creates a problem. Because now if it's not on the radio, if it's not a block party, all the bully kids, Daryl, come over here, motherfucker. Sing Rapper's Delight.
And you'd have to just do it.
I had to do all the way to the end because I knew how to do it.
Oh my God.
Imagine me learning Rapper's Delight. I'm doing it for the whole neighborhood.
You're doing
for that whole summer.
12 minutes at a time.
But you're also practicing.
Yeah, I'm learning. Yeah, but I'm not knowing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I want to go home. Motherfucker, you can't leave till you finish.
But what was it in you that wanted to memorize Rappers? Like
Storytelling.
Storytelling.
Because it's
By the way,
it's an opus. That is not
it's storytelling.
When you said Joseph, I thought you were talking about Danny.
Danny's the artist.
But that's what I thought when you said it.
No, Joseph Simmons.
Yeah.
Me and Run wasn't friends when we was little.
So you didn't.
He was just. We went to the same school. He was always in the other class.
You're in the same school.
He's in the other. I was always in the smart class. He was in. He was always in. There was one in our Catholic school. Was 1-1 and 1-2. The 2 class 1-1, 1-2, 2-1, 2-2, all the way up to 8th grade. I was always in the 2 classes because I was
so
smarter.
when he buys those comic books,
he just buys them and goes home. Bye.
And then how long until you guys, like from that point till you guys
hook up?
Yeah,
that was 2 years.
Yeah,
Rapper's Delight came out in '79, so that went down. I got Rapper's Delight, and then I heard on a cassette tape a live performance of this DJ called Grandmaster Flash. And he was taking Chic's Good Times song.
Right.
Yeah.
Good times, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Good times, boom, boom. Boom. And he kept making it go good times. So you got to imagine, what the fuck? How the hell is he doing it? Then he said, good time, good time. Go. How the hell is he making it go good? Then he said, then he broke it down to good. He made it go good. How the hell is he doing it? Oh, that's my brother's like, that's the quick mix thing. So now I got turntables. I run down in the basement. I'm trying to do what flat, and I get it.
You get it.
I do. So now, in my mind, I become, because he was Grandmaster Flash, I become Grandmaster Get High. This is just in my world in my basement. Because you don't need reefer or alcohol because my music will intoxicate you. So that's what I mean. It was make-believe. The same way I used to pretend I put my favorite blanket on and run through the house. I'm Batman, I'm Superman. I was just pretending to be that. I don't do this.
Right.
Though Rappers Delight does it, Flash and them do it. So then my brother brings home this red, because remember, Rappers Delight was light blue with the rainbow on it. It's very attractive when you look at the Sugar Hill logo.
Right.
Then my brother comes home, it's just this bland red labeled record that said Enjoy Records. And on it, it said Grandmaster Flash. Oh, that's the guy from the tape thing. And the Furious 5. I was like, what the hell is that about? So we put the needle on it. Now remember, we talked about Rappers Delight was 3 guys rapping long. One guy rap an hour, next guy rap an hour, other guy rap an hour, other guy rap another hour, and then it's over.
Yeah.
But this record, this is what changed my life. I'm Grandmaster Get High first, pretending in my basement. I put the needle on this record. Rappers Delight opened up like it was a hip hop, the hip, which was blew your mind when you heard that, because we never heard this. But this record, I put the needle on this. It's a Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. You know, with the dust. This shit said, it was a party night, everybody was breaking, the highs was screaming and the bass was shaking, and it won't be long till everybody knowing that Flash is on the B-box going. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the shit? And then it goes, and sha-na-na. And then a voice goes, Italian, Caucasian, Japanese, Spanish, Indian, Negro, Vietnamese, MC, disc jockeys, y'all. Fly kids for the young ladies. And then the beat drops and he said, introducing the crew, you gotta see to believe. And in 5 different voices, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MCs. One voice said, I'm Melly Mel and I rock it so well. And then the second dude said, and I'm Mr. Ness because I rock the best. And then the third dude said, Raheem, and all the ladies dream. And then the fourth dude said, Cowboy, and I make you jump for joy. And then the fifth dude said, Creole. And then the other 4 dudes said, Solid Gold, Kid Creole, playing a role, dig this, with a Furious 5 plus Grandmaster Flash, giving you a blast, a show enough class. So to prove to you all that was second to none, we're gonna make 5 MCs sound like one. Give me a pen. That's me running through the house. Mommy, give me, I gotta do that. And I just sat down and started writing rhymes. That day I became Easy D. Because my name is Daryl, it starts with a D, but it's easy for me to do this.
Easy D.
So I just started writing rhymes.
Easy D's like, hey, by the way, that's a good name. I like
it's
Easy
really
D.
good.
Yeah,
Easy
Easy D's a good name.
So I became Grandmaster Get High and Easy D in
all
my
in
basement.
one.
Right. So here's where Run comes in. In 8th grade, we're in 8th grade now. Remember the one rim in the schoolyard? Yeah. So in 8th grade, out of nowhere, I mean, I made it from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade without any new students coming to the school. All of a sudden in 8th grade, this guy, David McEachin, I'll never forget, this new student comes, he's 7 feet tall. He probably wasn't that tall, but he was like taller than Jabbar, but he was. But he wasn't, but he was to us.
Right.
He dunks on the one rim in the schoolyard and he breaks it.
Whoa.
So that was incredible. No, we cried. we can't go to the park now. But hold on, behold, I got the best parents ever. My father put a basketball rim in my backyard.
Oh.
So now the kids, usually 10, 11, 12 kids would come to my backyard to play basketball after school. One particular day, Joseph Simmons comes along with his basketball and his curly hair. We play basketball, and then usually when we played basketball in the backyard, I would go and get the Dixie cups. Remember Dixie cups?
Yeah.
And I get the pitcher of water because the rule was when there's no adults home, what's the rule? You can't have no company.
Right.
So this particular day, because usually I bring the water out, give the kids in the back and go home. This particular way, it was just Joe. I let him in the house to get the water. It was 3:30. My parents don't get home till 4. Come on in and get the water. So when he comes in, he sees me on my brother's turntables. And he goes, yo, do you do that? And I go, no, because it's my secret. He ain't supposed to know that.
Yeah.
And then he goes, yo, my brother's Russell Simmons. You ever see the Rush flyers that's up on the telephone poles? And I'm like, yeah, I see that. Well, my brother, he works with Flash and this. So now it's becoming interesting. So he's telling me about when Ron was 12 years old, when it wasn't school during the summertime, Russell would allow Run to go rap and play and DJ on a Curtis Blow show. What? Run was the son of Curtis Blow. 12 years old, Curtis Blow would go, I'm going to bring my disco son, DJ Run, out here, and he's going to put on a show for you. Come on in. And Run would come out at 12 years old, say a rhyme, and DJ's cutest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Because if you remember hip-hop was a hybrid of disco.
Right.
The Fat Boys, before they were the Fat Boys, was the Disco 3.
Really? I did not know
if you
that.
listen to
And they
all,
even had disco style.
yeah,
and shit.
and I'm the disco man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
well, Blondie
hip-hop.
too does a rap.
It was
on
all
whatever.
the punk rockers
Yes.
and the hip hoppers took over the discos
Yes.
after the discos went out of business.
Yeah.
I woke up one day and all over the world there was this saying, disco sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it died that day, but another man's trash is one man's trash is another man's treasure. They threw away all that music and the DJs hopped it up because it was always bass lines for the rappers and the MCs to say on. So Rum was Curtis Blow's disco son. He's telling me all of that. So what we would do is he would come to my house. We get out of school 2:10. We'd get to my house. It was a 5-minute walk by 2:15. Play basketball till 3:15. And then from 3:15 to 3:45, I would let him in the house and we go in the basement and DJ. So I taught Run how to do the flash. He knew how to DJ, but he didn't know how to do the flash thing.
Right.
So I told him that, and one plain and simple, here's where it all began. He picks up my school books where I was writing my rhymes at. And he was like, "Oh, Daryl, you wrote all of this?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's like a hobby." And just and that. He was like, "Oh, this is really good." And then he looks at me. This is in 8th grade, and he goes, "When my brother Russell lets me make a record, I'm putting you in my group." So I just look at it. It was like a foreign language. I was like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" What the fuck? And went in one and out there because I don't do that. It was just a thought. Right. So 9th grade, we graduated from St. Pascal Baylon. Run, and soon to be our DJ later, Jason Mazel, Jam Master Jay, they went to Andrew Jackson High School in Queens, 5-minute walk from where we lived at. I took 3 trains and 2 buses to travel from Queens all the way to Harlem to go to an all-boys Catholic high school called Rice High School, 124th Street and Lenox Avenue in the heart of Harlem. So 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, I'm a good student, fine colors, I sent out my resume, I get accepted to St. John's University. I come home, I pick the letter up, it says, "You were proud to inform you have been accepted to prestigious St. John's University." So the first thing I did before I even ran and told my mother was ran in the basement and wrote a rhyme about it.
No.
I'm DMC, and the place to be, I'm going to St. John's University.
Come on.
Since kindergarten, I acquired the knowledge. After 12th grade, I went straight to college, so I wrote that rhyme. So that was June of 82. That was the class of 82. Graduated June of 82. In August of 82, the phone rings. It's Joe. "Yo, remember 4 years ago when I said if I make a record, I'm putting you in a group? Yeah, grab your rhyme books. We're going to the studio to make a record." So we went to the studio and we made It's Like That. It's like that. Yeah. And that's the way it is.
That's the jam.
And we made Sucker MCs.
What?
And that's how I got in. So even then, like Joe knew what he was doing. Russell's his brother. Yeah. Curtis Blow. Joe's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be famous. And I'm gonna sell records, and I'm gonna do the music thing." To me, being in the studio, and this is how crazy I am now to this day. When I first went, because remember, I was just doing it in my basement. So when Run took me, they took me to Green Street Recording Studio on Green Street, right off of Houston in the city. And we go down in the studio, and I'm seeing all of the board and all the electronics and stuff like that. I start pretending I shrunk down and I'm inside of the boombox.
Right.
You know, I'm
you have the imagination. Yeah.
So I'm in there and I go in and I put my rhymes down, and Russell takes the record, shops it. Everybody turns us down, but we end up on this little label called Profile Records.
Wait, no, hold on. Back up, though.
Okay.
So how do you get to, I'm this dorky kid in my basement, I go to record, and it, you know what I mean? Like and then it's like that, and that's the way. Like, how the fuck did you guys come up with that?
When Joe put me in the group, Joe, he saw, this guy writes really good rhymes. He got all of these fucking comic books, so he must have an imagination.
Yeah.
And he get good grades. So he's smart.
He's not going to fuck off.
So originally Run was going to be a solo artist, but he saw that I had something that could assist with his journey.
Wait, so the way that Jay comes into this...
That wasn't until after we made It's Like That and Sucker MCs.
Okay, but
Jay wasn't even
They know
yet.
each other though, right?
Yeah, Run and Jay know each other from playing basketball in the parks. And Run would go get on the mic at the block party.
Okay.
You know, I knew Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
Back and forth, my cadence and him. I'm not getting on a mic.
Right.
Nobody see me do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was my world.
You're kind of insecure about it at first,
yeah,
right?
but no, not even that. It's my world. It's my thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't right. All the rhymes that you heard since I've been in it wasn't for y'all to hear.
Right. This is for me.
You only got to hear it because Run made me put them on a damn record. They for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Jay didn't come till later, so we did It's Like That. We did Suck 'Em C's, and we get a record deal. So Russell goes
crazy.
Okay, y'all, we got a record deal on Profile Record. The record comes out. I was actually in my second semester at St. John's University.
It's crazy.
In August, we went to make the demo. Now, to me, it's done. We made the demo. I'm gonna shop it. The only goal back then was to get the record played on Mr. Magic or Red Alert. Because remember, kids, I blow kids' mind. I speak at a lot of middle schools and high schools. I said, y'all don't understand something. Hip hop was only on the radio Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah.
And LA had it a little better than us because y'all had K-Day. Y'all had an all hip hop. We didn't have New York. Well, we didn't have that.
That's wild to think about that New York didn't
Where
have
it came from, and we didn't have it.
Yeah.
It was only Friday and Saturday nights. So the goal was to get Mr. Magic or Red Alert to play the record. So that happened for us. You know what I'm saying?
And you think at this point, when that's played, are you like, well, that was a fun thing to do?
Done.
On with my life.
I'm successful because Mr. Magic played me. I'm in school now. I'm in St. John's University. I picked business management not because I wanted to be business management. My best friend growing up was this guy named Douglas Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
We call him, if you listen to our Rockbox song, the Run DMC Rockbox song, and we go, Butter Love Now. They called him Butter because he was a fat black kid that could play basketball really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Butter came up along with Mark Jackson, infamous Mark Jackson.
Yeah,
from
New York
the
Knicks. Yeah.
St. John's University,
That's right.
Chris Mullin. So people would come to the parks to see Mark play and score 40, but because Mark was JV, junior varsity, and Doug was varsity, people wait to see Butter score 50. So Butter was my best friend from kindergarten all the way up till we got to college. So Butter was the guy that told me, pick business management and pick St. John's. Okay.
You do what he said.
I do whatever Butter said.
Yeah.
You run down a block naked. Okay.
Yeah.
Like he was one of my best friend ever and stuff. So I get St. John's University. I'm starting to realize, oh man, this is crazy because this ain't like school. It's not like high school. Why? In college, nobody helps you.
Yeah.
I was alone on a campus at St. John's University, scared to death. The first thing I did, I ran to the payphone, called Butter up. Yo, Doug, it's the first day of school. Where you at? I'm asleep, man. I ain't got no classes today, man. Matter of fact, I ain't got no classes with your ass. Click. So I'm scared to death.
Yeah.
I don't like accounting. I don't like bookkeeping. I don't like nothing that has to do with business management. So I go, damn, I got to change my major. My mother going to hate my ass. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing was, all I can do is draw. I didn't even think about music. I didn't say I'm a great writer. All I can, what can you do, Daryl? I can draw comic books and cartoons really good. So I was going to change my major to anything that had to do with art. Graphic design, architecture.
Oh, parents don't like that.
Oh, no, but here's the worst thing. And if I don't like that, I'm dropping out of school and I'm going to just draw the funnies in the local newspaper.
Oh, my God.
So that's where I was at. I come home and I'm like, hey, Mom. Remember that day in August? I came home 2 a.m. because when I went to record It's Like That and Suck 'Em C's, I didn't tell my parents. I came home 2 a.m. They was like, where was your ass at? I was at, because we would either go in my basement or Joe's attic. I was at Joe's attic. Don't you do that again, motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? You call, you pull over. Okay, who you with? You pull over, go to the payphone and let us know where you at. When I made my record, I didn't tell my parents where I was at. So now I'm coming home, Mom, remember that night? No, first I said, I'm going to change my major. I don't want to do business management. So my father, rest in peace, was like, oh, really, son? What do you want to do? My mother, she started doing this. So I'm saying, I don't like accounting and bookkeeping and stuff like that. I'm thinking of changing to graphic art or, maybe architecture. So, that's, architecture's real good. My mother was like, motherfucker, and then I hit her with, and if that don't work, I'm going to just drop out of school and draw the comics in the local newspaper.
You told them.
Yeah. And my mother raised hell. Like right now, I'm scared of.
Yeah.
My mom, calm down, woman. This and that. Get your ass back up. So I go upstairs and I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I'm fucking up this and that. The phone rings again. It's Joe again. yo, Russell got us a deal. We on Profile Records, this and that, boom, bang. The record's not only playing on Red Alert and Mr. Magic, is playing across the country.
What?
Pack your bag. We're going on tour to do shows. And he hangs up. And I'm sitting there.
Bananas.
Going to do fucking, what the fuck is he talking? I'm trying to figure my life out. I'm a school kid, this and then I realized, Joe gonna kill me because I ain't even tell my parents this. So Joe's calling every day. Yo, we going on a tour. We got shows coming in North Carolina and this and that. I still ain't tell my parents. And I'm like, fuck it. You know, you hold out. Remember when you was little, you would never tell the thing that you should have just got it over with.
Just get it over with.
And I've been there. I waited 8 days and I go down and tell my mother, y'all know that? Remember the thing I used to do in the basement? Yeah. And we used to take your records and scratch them up and used to get mad. Yeah, well, now, you know that record, Rappers Delight? Yeah, my father's like, yeah, they play that at my job, all because my father worked for transit. So all the young people was playing it.
Sure.
My mother ain't know nothing about this shit. Well, I have one of those. The name of the group is Run DMC, and we have a hip-hop record and this and that. Yeah, I heard a Red Alert. Motherfucker, my mom start cursing this and that, boom, boom, bang. So I run back upstairs and I'm sitting there. So Joe calls. This what saved me. Yo, we got our first show booked in North Carolina. They paying us $1,500. Click. So I get an idea. All right, let me go try this. I go downstairs and say, Ma, here's the deal. Our first show's for $1,500. Run said that Russell's going to book us some more shows. Here's the deal. Whatever money, now I'm not thinking career.
Right.
Whatever money I make this summer from doing the performances for my records, I'll use my own money to pay for my own tuition at school.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you can go, yeah, go on the road. My whole attitude changed, you know what I'm saying? Because now she can get her pocketbooks and stuff like that. So that was the whole genesis of me being put into the music industry.
How did that first tour go? Was it like enough where you're like, we can keep doing it? Or
no, it was we was tearing shit up.
Really?
Nobody never seen the like of us. Because you got to understand, like you said it on that, early hip hop was based on disco.
Yeah.
You know, the early hip hoppers, you got to give them like Run DMC were not the pioneers.
Mm-hmm.
The real pioneers is everybody who did it before Rappers Delight was even recorded.
Right.
So when they did when they came into show business, the first rappers had no rappers to look up to, but Parliament Funkadelic and the Rolling Stones. So that's where their attire came, and all the disco records, Donna Summer and the Tramps and the Commodores and all. So their idols in the show business world was them. So that's who they were trying to emulate. When me and Run came along, we didn't dress up. We dressed like we dressed when we were kids.
Right.
We wore the Adidas suit, the break dancers.
Yeah.
So when the world saw us, that was new.
Yeah.
And not only that, we didn't make disco records.
Right.
We had beats, boosh, that boosh, that boosh, that bit of unemployment at a record high. We wasn't on no hibbity hop to shaft, dance and shake the hand. We're gonna disco me. We wasn't doing that shit. We was doing some other people in the world trying to make it my. You know what I'm saying? No, that came in '86. We was on 2 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to say like we had a whole different shit. But it was whoa. So
yeah.
It just took off, man.
Now, because I see you're wearing the Aerosmith shirt today.
Yes.
So when Walk This Way, I feel like...
We had no idea who they were.
You had no idea who they were? Really? Even you? Because you said you like...
Didn't know. I did not know. I knew the Rolling Stones. I knew Led Zeppelin.
But
Here's how I knew Aerosmith. When the DJs would play the break beats, James Brown was always getting played. Because he always had a funky drummer break for the MC to say their rap on. Disco, Chic, Good Times, all the disco records always had a bass line. Heartbeat, boom, 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 boom. You know, there was always a bass line. Jazz records always had a break. But those rock records also had a break where it was just drums or drums and guitar. Prior, this is 83, 82, 83, 84, 85. Before we even thought of doing Walk This Way Over, we didn't know. We just knew, get the album cover with the toys on it and play number 4.
That's what you would say.
That's what. The one that goes, play number 4, Jay. We didn't say, yo, play Aerosmith's Walk This Way.
No.
We didn't know what the shit is. We just knew that the number 4 with that beat.
Yeah.
So that's all what it was. And Aerosmith's number 4, not even Aerosmith. Toys in the Attic was the album. Toys in the Attic's number 4. Led Zeppelin's When the Levee Breaks. Rush's Tom Sawyer. Sharon's Rocket in the Pocket.
He would play these.
And we would rap over them.
Oh my God.
So that's how rap rock started in the Bronx.
It's fucking.
Yeah.
Melly Mel, Kumo D, all of your old school rappers, they the ones that gave us the blueprint. What we did that was genius was we started doing it on records. Melly Mel, you could punch in, you could go to YouTube right now, listeners, and punch in Flash, Mel, and Scorp, Kill It 1978. In a live performance of Melly Mel and Scorpio rhyming over Walk This Way.
Really?
78, yeah. Wow. So that's where we got it. What we did that was genius, we started doing it on records.
Yeah.
So we did Rockbox.
Right.
Because Walk This Way isn't the first rock rap record. It's a tongue twister. Walk This Way isn't the first rock rap record. The first rock rap record is Rockbox, which was the first rap video on MTV. And
was it really?
Yeah, 1984.
Holy shit.
By us putting the rock guitars on it, it got us on MTV. And that's when we took it into every living room that had MTV, that was the catalyst that brought about the 80s,
The
90s,
craziness.
all the way up to
Because
now.
once you could see you guys on MTV,
Right. MTV
and
was
see the
significant in the
style.
success of hip hop.
But that
And that
song
video.
is significant too, in that it really got so much exposure, right? That it elevated everything else that you guys were doing.
Well,
too.
yeah. Well, 1984, we did Rockbox, which was a rock track with me and Ren just rhyming about how good we are.
Yeah.
Then check this out, 1985, and then we did a video for Rockbox with Professor Irwin Corey, opening it up, giving a dialogue. Remember Professor Irwin Corey from the movie Car Wash? He was the guy with the piss.
Car Wash.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Mad Bomber was loose in the nation, and then he came in and he fit the description. So Professor Irwin Corey was a comedian, actor, famous throughout the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. So that was Rockbox 84. That got hip-hop on MTV in everybody's living room across the nation. 1985, we did a song called King of Rock
It's a good jam.
with Larry Bud Melman from the David Letterman show as the guard in front of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum, denying us entry in here.
Right.
Prophesying, because there's a big issue with hip-hop going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
1985, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame didn't even exist. It
And it's
didn't
such
start
a
to
bold
anything.
way to start the
Wow.
song too.
I'm the king of rock. There is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To burn my kingdom, you must use fire, and I won't stop rocking till I retire. That's just saying we don't give a fuck about what you're saying.
Best
here we
opening.
coming.
Yeah. It's such a fucking punch in the
Right.
face.
So we did King of Rock 85. Then in 86, we was going to remake Toys in the Attic number 4. And at that time,
Number
Rick
4.
Rubin, shout out to Rick Rubin.
Yeah, Rick Rubin.
He was our producer at the time. So we was going to sample it, but Rick goes, no, you should do it over the way the band originally did it. Jam Master Jay, rest in peace. Yo, that's a great idea. Me and Run, hold the fuck up. Slow down, you're taking this rock rap thing too far. Because rock rap to us was rock beat with me and Run talking about how good we are.
Right.
And I still remember my lyrics. We was going to sample it. Keep the beat going, guitars, beat going, loop it. And I was going to go, because we started in 83. So my rap was, I'm DMC in the place to be, been rhyming on a mic since 83. I'm the best MC in history, and there will never be an MC better than me. And then Run was supposed to go, and you know, DJ Run DMC style. I'm DJ Run, and I'm number one, here to get it done and have some fun. Let the party begun with all of that. That's how it was supposed to go. Rick and Jay, nah, y'all gotta learn number fucking 4. Takes the record off the turntable, gives us one of those, the yellow notepad, and a Bic ballpoint pen. Go in the basement, put the needle on the record, and let it play. The reason why that's significant is the DJs never let the whole song play.
Right.
As soon as the guitar, right when the guy's singing, back to the front of the record.
Right.
So we go in the basement, I put the needle on the record, We sitting there with the notepad, and waiting. Never heard. We don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Then you hear Steve, backstroke lover in the underneath the cover. Next minute we on the phone. Oh hell no! This is hillbilly gibberish. This is country bumpkin mountain fucking music. This is some long hair like no protest. No, they screaming at us. We screaming back at them. Screaming at them. Screaming back at them for the longest. So reluctantly, we get a call a week later, and Jay goes, "Yo, Rick done went to Boston and brought Aerosmith, the group that made number 4." To the fucking
the
studio.
group that made number 4.
So y'all gotta come. Yo, Joe, D, y'all gotta fucking come and y'all gonna make this record. So they forced us to make Walk.
And you're still walking in the studio that day
Jesus.
like, this is some bullshit?
Yeah, we went in there. There's a demo. There's a demo online of the original demo. The original demo. Run took the whole first verse. I took the whole second verse. Give Steve the third when we out of here. They didn't know. The version that you're here, they literally chained us to the studio and said, y'all will never leave until you make this song a perfect song.
Really?
And hold on, after that, even after me and Rum recorded it, we thought we had power. It was Russell and Leo Cohen and the record company and our publicists and everybody from our record label, and they all happy. We said, y'all can be happy as y'all want. True story. We go, y'all better never put this record out.
You say that.
You can put it on the album, but you better never put this record out. And the moral to that story is always be open to try something new, because not only will it change your life, it could change the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they released the record, then we did the phenomenal video.
The
director John Small.
That's like at the time too, that video, it's great because for people who haven't seen it, obviously you can look it up, but like you guys are on opposing sides of a wall, right?
And Steven takes the mic stand and knocks the wall that was separating the rock. It's so people
brilliant.
say, yo, when Steven Tyler did that in the video, that didn't just happen in a video, it happened in the world.
Yeah.
It brought rock and rap together, which was separate. Black people and white people together. It did a lot.
Did you find out, like, or was it obvious? Was he reluctant when they showed? Was he like excited to do it, or was he like, the fuck are we doing here?
Well, no. They Steven Tyler and Joe Perry were very, very courteous. They were very humble. At that time, when Walk This Way dropped. Remember, they dropped that album with "Dude Looks Like a Lady." That they were bad as hell.
Yeah.
But because of prior circumstances, nobody cared.
Right.
Like, my joke is they could have made a record with God.
Yeah.
Like, Aerosmith has a soul. Nope, we don't care. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
But when Rick calls, hey, Aerosmith, the secretary picks up, hey, my name is Rick Rubin. I'm producing Run DMC.
Yeah.
I know you know who Run DMC is. Yeah, we heard of them guys. Well, they're doing another song, and they're going to do Walk This Way over. Well, the guys do it. Hold on. Hey, guys, some guy named Rick Rubin is on the phone saying he wants to do Run DMC. Y'all guys want to do it? And at that point, Joe was like, what do we got to lose?
Yeah.
So they came to New York, did the record, came back and did the video. They were very, very involved in the making of the record.
Yeah.
We didn't know where it was going to go.
Of course.
But they were humble. They showed up in person.
How, what you mentioned earlier is that you were doing songs, you and Run are doing songs about like how nice you are, like how good we are. And don't you feel like, or maybe I'm wrong in this, but like that whole lane of MC, like that being a thing was huge, and you don't really hear those songs anymore. Like people don't rap about skills.
They don't rap about skills. They don't rap about goodness. They don't rap about honesty. And it's not just the music. Here in America, they use negativity and disrespect as a form of power.
Right.
So everything that we created, hip hop, so these kids should not have to be, is being celebrated now.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that was, there was death, destruction, and darkness in the Bronx. The Bronx was burning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I lived in Queens. It was a little safer where I lived at. I used to have to leave my block and walk up to the main strip to see the pimps, drug pushers, and the prostitutes. The Bronx was a war zone, heroin, it was burning. But these young boys and girls who lived in hell were making such inspiration. They were telling us go to school. They were gangbangers and drug dealers saying not to gangbang and not to sell drugs. So for me, that blew my mind. Kool Moe Dee was in a group called the Treacherous Three. And at the time, it was Moe Dee, Melly Mel, they made The Message. Africa Bambaataa and Zulu Nation made Planet Rock. Yeah, our lives are shit, but we have a vision that there could be a world where everybody's together and we're not fighting and everybody's eating. That's a big vision to have. So that was impressive to me. I thought I was all Mr. Smarty Pants, Catholic school kid, straight A's. These kids had nothing and still had the same things that I had.
Yeah.
So when I started making my records, one of the things that I wanted to make the world understand, even in the dirt poor ghetto, there's goodness. It's the good things that are the most powerful. Like when I came along, my first rhyme was about me going to St. John's University.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's your first rhyme?
Right, because hip hop is about keeping it real.
Yeah. That's what you were doing right there.
I don't sell drugs. I ain't gonna rhyme about that. I could have I could have put on a gang signs and all that shit and fronted my way through. But I was like, let me rhyme about what I wanted to be. So when I did that, the kids that were selling drugs and in gangs, when my record dropped, and this was this is just radio play on Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah.
When my record dropped, the kids in my neighborhood came to me, Darryl, how the hell do you rap in hip hop for the streets and you go to St. John's University? So now I'm able to give dialogue with them. Yeah, I went to Catholic school my whole life. I was a straight A student, this and that. And they're like, man, you got a big ass gold chain and you got a Mercedes Benz, you got Adidas and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that inspired some of the dudes actually told me, yo, D, man, I went and got a GED just because you said it.
Wow.
That's cool.
And with the GED, I was able to take courses at the community college.
Wow.
And now I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a journalist, I'm a playwright.
Now,
so we knew that positivity was gangster.
That's so true, and because I think that was also the appeal to Run DMC. Is that it was we
didn't curse.
Yeah, I found you. I was a fifth grader, I think, when I discovered you guys, and I could listen to the music, and it wasn't like
And our attitude was hard as hell. Though.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the thing too. Especially like I can speak for like when you're a young boy. You're really drawn. There's a part of you that wants to be aggressive.
Yeah,
you want to be tough.
Exactly.
But like NWA's like busting nuts and killing bitches.
Fuck the bitches used by like hoes
and like
fucking hoes,
too short,
shooting and killing and shit like that, which is cool.
Look, I like that too.
Cool.
But the cool thing was like Beast to the Rhyme. You know, that is such an aggressive record, and it feels. I don't know. There's something like visceral that you feel powerful.
Ice-T always said we took we made positivity gangster.
That's a good way of doing it.
Like because the same way the same way a rap artist or a rapper or MC will rhyme about shooting this and like rappers rhyme about how much dirt they do, how much drugs they sell, how many women they slept with, and all of that, which is all cool.
Yeah,
this and that. But I looked at that and said, with that said, because I was always the good guy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you want to be the hero. You want to be Superman.
Right. So the same way they rhymed about that, I made a record about Christmas. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens, rice and stuffing, motherfucker. Like I wanted to say, motherfucker, man, Santa Claus, bitch. But I said no. I don't need to curse or be profane.
No, you didn't. Well, we play Christmas in Hollis is a staple in our house every Christmas.
Also, in my opinion, that is the greatest Christmas song of all time. That's my favorite.
People
Christmas
starting to say that now. They say, it used to just be. One guy told me, look, it used to just be Ben Crosby and Nat King Cole. Those were the two Ben Crosby's was I'm dreaming of a white and chestnuts roasting on and on.
No,
it was
but you're
now it's dun 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 dun. Exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's just
and to be able to do that, but so like you said, I wanted to be a hero. But it was all pretend.
Right.
I didn't know it was manifest. What really made me want to be the king of rock, and then, when I did my 86, I did Son of Byford, Brother of Al. Banner's my mother. I was sitting there one day and I was like, Thor is the son of Odin from Asgard. He got a brother named Loki. This true story. He got a hammer. That's Thor in the Marvel universe. And I said, in this universe, I'm Daryl. I got a father named Byford. My brother's name is Alfred. And I got a Mike. So I said, I'm going to become son of Byford, brother of Al. Banner's my mother and runs my pal. It's McDaniels, not McDonald's. These rhymes are Daryl's. Those burgers are Ronald's. I ran down my family tree, my mother. So it was me pretending to be this superpowered individual in this universe of hip hop. That was my thing. I had no idea. King of Rock. I had no idea they was gonna start calling me King,
dude.
And it was all from comic books, and imaginations.
This right here.
Yeah, graphic novel. I put out a graphic novel comic book 3 years ago.
That's amazing.
Where it's DMC, but in that world, I'm not a superpowered rapper. Yeah. I'm actually a teacher.
Yeah.
Who has superpowers, running around fighting all the bad guys.
It's unbelievable.
So great.
Yeah.
Do you know, by the way? I always wonder this about hit songs. And
Yeah.
like, is there? Do you feel like Hollis or Mary Mary or Beats to the Rhyme or whatever, any of these songs? Do you ever leave and you're like, I don't know, like maybe it'll be well received, or do you feel like when you're done?
Well, for me, it was never from the song standpoint. For me, it's when I do this shit live.
You can tell it.
Motherfuckers ain't gonna want to get on the mic.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna curse.
Yeah.
Like it's playing. It's like, it's tricky to rock a rhyme. I wanted to make records at 8 years old that I could still do at 80, the same way that I made it when I was 8.
Now I want
you know what I'm saying? A lot of hip hop songs, the dudes don't even look right rapping them now.
Yes,
Right.
they're not. They don't.
I
hold
wanted
up.
to make music that was timeless because I was influenced by Dylan and Croce and songwriters. Now, if I would have made gangster rap records, or if I would have made those type of records, like, listen, I got a million rhymes about all that shit for all of you rappers out there that don't think I can fucking be harder than all your punk motherfuckers. Brass Monkey.
Yeah.
By the Beasties, Brass Monkey.
Yeah.
That funky. I got this rhyme that's more than real. That was actually my rhyme.
What?
About Old English, 40 ounce Old English.
Yeah.
I had a rhyme, but I knew I can't do a rhyme about Old English because all the kids will want to drink it because I'm cool. If I did a song about my sneakers, look what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No curls, no braids, peasy head and still get paid. I am the reason why Yeezys can get made. Like we made that record, now motherfuckers can get sneaker deals. I started realizing my power.
Yeah.
Like I thought this shit was playtime and pretend make-believe shit. I fucking tapped into something. So I knew I had to watch my thing, but I had rhymes about weed, I had rhymes about sex and this and that.
Yeah.
But for me, I wanted to be so stronger on a whole different level. I don't need to do fucking 16 bars.
Yeah.
Those were the best 16 bars. My career is D got the best 4 lines ever.
Yeah.
King of Rock, there is none higher. What does none higher? There's nobody. That's it. I don't have to explain that shit.
No.
The King of Rock that I tell kids that they go, there's none higher, Mr. McDaniel.
Yeah.
But I had a rhyme I got because I'm very I've been sober 14 years though, but Old English was my favorite thing next to comic books. The 40 ounce of Old English.
Sure.
I was drinking a case a day.
A case?
Yeah.
What?
It was bad. We'll talk about that. I was drinking a case.
I want to ask you this first.
I had acute pancreatitis. My life was fucked up for Old English.
It's not good.
But I was taking the Old English because I thought because I'm shy. Well, I'm not shy no more. I realized I don't need a substance to give me courage.
Right.
But the Old English was my courage. I had a rhyme. I got this rhyme that's more than real. When you drink Old English, here's how you feel. You reach in the freezer for a 40 ounce or a 32 ounce, whichever counts. You fill each bottle for the one that's cold. It's got to be cold when you're drinking Old Gold, but you might take the one that's hot. You got to get it hot. That's all they've got. $1.15. It's a long time ago. That is the price. That's not too much if you want to get nice. You pay your money, you walk out the door, then you say to yourself, I remember that store. You look around for a place to stand with a 40 of Old English in your hand. You crack the quart, you put it to your lip, you tilt it slightly, and you take a sip. Now, by now, you should know the deal because that one sip you already feel. You're feeling bold, you try to guzzle, you finish it off, but it ain't no puzzle. And then I've had something,
Jesus, man.
You drink 140, then you drink 10 more.
Oh, my life.
You find yourself going back to now that place is your favorite store. So I had rhymes about guns and
you
all
really
that stuff
were
like that.
drinking that much at one point.
Yeah, really.
Jesus.
I want to ask you this before I forget.
Yes.
So, because
And I have
remember,
2 questions as well.
of
Very
course.
important, hard-hitting
Make sure
questions,
you're right.
too.
So this is what I want to ask, though, because I think it resonates with anybody. You remember being in college and your parents. So when you're like, I'm going to go on this tour, and your mom's like, motherfucker. And she flips out.
I like that she curses at you.
Yeah, great.
So admire.
So, it's your $1,500 gig. Obviously, with time here, a few years go by, you become Run DMC.
Yes.
And you're doing
Officially.
fucking arenas and music videos. So take me to What is your parents' reaction to like their son becoming a worldwide superstar?
They didn't see it as a worldwide superstar.
No?
Right. Even to walk this wait time, for them it was the 83 of this shit gonna end, or it didn't. Okay, 84, this shit's gonna end.
Oh, really?
84, this shit's gotta end.
Yeah.
It just never did.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They was waiting for this shit. They was telling me, save your money, which I didn't do too good. I brought a $50,000 sound system in my fucking truck that never worked. Gold chain, this stupid shit, like,
I like
crazy
that
stuff.
shit.
But
You should get
for my
more of that
parents, they
Gold chains, Lamborghinis.
it wasn't until, I would say, for my parents, it probably wasn't until the gold chain, yeah. It probably wasn't until the 90s where they knew that we were something special.
That long?
Jeez.
Yeah.
The 90s.
I remember.
It got to the point where now we're pioneers and legends. Now my mother and father, 84 is going to end, 85, 86. So by the time I got to the 90s, they looked back and said, oh my God, my
All
son.
this time, yeah.
Because that whole time they worried.
Yeah, the whole
They're
time.
not thinking show, but they're worried. Save your money and stuff like that. People, you got any regrets? I said, yes, I would. The only regret I have is I want to spend so much fucking money on coke.
Yeah.
It's the only one, but you make a record that flops. I like the journey.
Yeah.
Failing is good. I like, that's bullshit. I like the best part of the careers. It's the ups and downs and shit. But I probably spent like $500,000 on coke.
On coke?
And only in the 80s though, not crack.
Yeah.
I could never get into freebasing and stuff like that.
But coke, yeah.
But it was only a period from like 84 to 87, 88 where the coke was really good. I talked this with certain individuals in show business. It's a bad thing to say, but we sit there. There was a period in the 80s where the coke was really good. Around that Miami Vice time, the coke was so, and coke, it was everywhere. It was so the record parties, business. Everywhere you went, it was coke. Play my record. Here's an 8-ball.
Here's some coke.
But that's when it was good. And then crack came and just destroyed everything.
But
for me, it was never, for my parents, it was never, they didn't realize what I had done till that ride was accomplished.
I just had a flashback of like we moved a lot and we lived in Plymouth, Minnesota for a while, being in the basement of that house and getting like my boombox and just playing Mary Mary like over and over.
Wow.
Which brings
That's a monkey song.
Which brings me to my next question. Who's Mary? I've been fucking thinking about this bitch my whole life.
Yeah, Mary.
Who the fuck is Mary Mary?
A lot of Marys in the world hate that song because their whole life was Mary. It was a monkey song.
I didn't know that.
Mary, the monkeys. Yeah, we sampled the monkeys. So Rick Rubin said it was Mary, Mary, where are you going to? So Rick Rubin said, flip it and say why you're bugging.
Yeah.
He said that.
Yeah. It was Mary, Mary was a monkey song. Tricky is actually My Sharona mixed with Tony Basil's Hey Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey, daggum. Hey, Mickey. See, hip-hop has a habit of, we didn't invent shit. We reinvented everything.
Right.
So for us, my thing was find, and this is what the early hip-hoppers taught me, find melodies from those folk songs and those classic rock songs that you could turn into yours over some badass beats.
Yeah.
And see, it was different. We studied the people. We didn't just steal the music, though. We studied who we sampled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is cool because I used to steal everything from them motherfuckers.
Right.
Like, there's no way they letting us in.
Yeah, like I'm back,
you know what I'm
bitches.
saying? There's no way. And when we got inducted in 2009, the heads of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame called me, Daryl, come in. We have to tell you something. Because it was me and Run because Jay had passed away already.
Yeah.
You guys were prophetic. I was like, what you talking about? It was like, in 1985, you did a video about you being denied entry into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and you fucking crashed the door and you pull the plug on Jerry Lee Lewis, throw the hat on the Beatles. We take Michael Jackson's glove. It's in the video for the whole world to see, off its stand in all of its glory. Run throws it on the ground and there's a close-up of my Adidas stepping on it. They said, y'all did that video and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame didn't start till 86.
It's wild.
So now you got the whole thing with rap shouldn't be in here. And I remember when Gene Simmons was saying what he said, I always have a habit of saying shit that make everybody curse me out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a lot of followers. I don't get a lot of likes and views. But this day I was like, I can agree with what Gene Simmons is saying. My time, motherfucker, fuck you, Daryl, fuck you, motherfucker. That's why I never liked you and I like Run Better. Fuck you, motherfucker, this and that. But Gene Simmons said the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, true story, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was originally for rock bands. But if Gene Simmons is saying that, so then it should be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for rock, so-called rock and roll bands. Then you got to have an annex for soul music, but that means James Brown don't get in.
Yeah.
That means this and that. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame told me this. If you play a fucking flute, right, no drums, no kid. If you play a fucking flute,
right,
Tom, if you play a flute,
Yeah.
and you fucking sell out the Coliseum, you're a
Yeah.
fucking rock star.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what they based it on. But I could understand what Gene Simmons said because they don't play fucking instrument. And when
His whole thing, Gene's thing, for people that don't know, was just that
the musician thing, the band
Yeah.
thing. You know, rock started with the band thing, but you gotta let the people think Run DMC. This is another thing I hate. They think that we was the first for everything, but not everything. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 is the first to be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because of the message. That record is so, that shit is right up there with Led Zeppelin, Paul McCartney, all of that shit. Broken Glass, the sound of it, that shit is a fucking work of art. So it deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So when we went in, people, most of the rock guys that do have a beef with fake ass rappers getting in, that's real funny.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when the fake ass rappers chuck in there.
Yeah.
But they said Run DMC get a pass because here's what's unique about us. The only thing that wasn't live, Mr. Gene Simmons, was the drums. We had rock guitar. All my hits are rock records.
Yeah.
Rock Box, King of Rock, Walk This Way.
That's interesting.
All
I
rock
didn't
records.
realize that.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mary
That's so
Mary.
true.
All my hits.
Wow.
That's why I said I'm the king of rock. I don't want to be the king of rap. Why do you want to? Even back then, all rappers do, they banter back and forth about who's better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be the king of rock. Me as a kid, my vision wasn't to be better than Melly Mel and Jay-Z and Eminem. Me as a kid, my vision is to, even now, my vision is I'm going for fucking Mick Jagger's jugular.
Yeah.
When I fucking walk in the room, and it's me pretending though, I'm really not just me. Michael Jackson better fucking bow. I'm really thinking that, but
Hey.
when I get in the room, I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, but I'm in.
But I'm
I like what
saying
you're
it.
doing.
Yeah, Michael. That's why we said the original rhyme on King of Rock was iller than iller. There's no one chiller. Fuck Michael Jackson and his bullshit Thriller. But on the record, we had to say it's not Michael Jackson and this is not Thriller.
Wow.
I originally wrote my rhymes like that. I wrote a lot of rhymes with the fucking I'm the Hulk combined with Thanos.
Yeah.
Because Thanos beat the Hulk up in Infinity War, which killed me. I don't like nobody that did that.
Yeah.
But there was a reason Thanos is still Titan and this and that. But when the Hulk got his ass kicked in that.
You're
so
like,
now, when I was on the mic, I was Hulk, Thor, and Captain America combined. So now, at this point in my life, I'm Hulk, Thor, Captain America, and Thanos. But I'm a nice Thanos. So that, you know, we are all products of pop culture.
Yeah.
When you look at me, I'm not just my Adidas and Walk This Way. I'm Fred Flintstone.
Yeah.
I'm the Munsters. I'm the Jetsons. I'm I Dream. I'm all of this stuff. That's who I am. So I draw from those things even now at 55 because it was so important to my life.
Did you, by the way, was it like
you're
calculated?
Huh?
You're young.
Yeah.
You're not that much older.
I'm not. I'm 55 years
You're
old.
like a
I'm really
decade
young.
younger.
Yeah.
Were the glasses a calculated thing, or are those the glasses you were wearing? You know,
No,
the big ones.
Well, I used to walk around blind until Run said, "Yo, you should wear your glasses."
And then you
it was
just-
that simple,
dude.
I only used to wear them in school and when I was in the
I
house.
love those
I was
ones.
ashamed of them.
Great.
I was ashamed of them.
You were, but then you
I
made
got
them cool.
bullied,
Isn't that
teased them.
crazy?
Yeah, right.
You made them
No,
cool.
which is cool. That's why I tell kids. Your weakness, the thing they put
Yes.
picking on you and bullying.
Is
Why
your
are they
strength.
picking on you? That's you shine, motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're sticking out.
My whole life
Yeah.
was. I always tell people, go home and ask who in hip hop made glasses cool.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
They're gonna
bro.
say me. Because what did I say? D's for doing it all of the time. M's for the rhymes. That all mine. C's for cool as can be. And Run would say, why you wear those glasses? I would go, so I can see. I didn't wear them to be cool and famous. I wore them because I'm wearing them.
You ever seen do a Google search for just DMC glasses?
Well, I think I'm wearing a version of them right now,
It just
right?
brings
I'm
up-
thinking
big
I
ones?
might have to go into.
Eyewear.
Yeah,
So-
I think you
everybody's
should,
telling
bro.
me that. Yep,
Like,
there they
look
go.
at that
That's
shit.
There
them.
they are.
Yep, look, and look, the
Shit is
guy
dope.
looking like me and all
Oh
that.
yeah, man.
Run used to hate that because every image of hip hop is always me.
Oh,
Now
right.
hold on.
All of the images
Right,
is
that's
DMC with the glass and the chin, not
That's
Jay,
dope.
not Run. Run used to always hate that because he was the leader of the group.
Yeah, yeah.
But let me ask you about the logo, which is possibly the most iconic
Oh,
logo
yeah.
in
It's
the
crazy.
world. It's fantastic. How the fuck did you guys come up with
we
that?
needed one, and We wanted to just be something that was simple,
clean.
So
Always.
Say
Simple and
Adams,
clean.
Adams, who was also the art director for the Beastie Boys out of Rush Management. Say Adams came up with. Originally, it was going to be Run DMC linear, flat.
Yeah.
But Say flipped it. He put the run on top of the DMC and added the
dope.
bars. So originally it was just going to be Run Dash DMC, like you see on the cover of the albums and stuff like that.
How about all the people that mimic it? You know, like everybody.
Oh no, it's the great. And now you would think that it would ruin us because it's so bootlegged and so run race, run vote, run Obama, whatever. Run chicken, run bar. It's the dogs now go online. The dogs are wearing the shirts and all that. But people told me it's now one of probably the bigger iconic logos, McDonald's and Coca-Cola.
100%.
And Run DMC is right up there with us.
100%.
We don't even have products.
Well, you know, back in the 80s,
crazy.
that band Black Flag, they have just a symbol of 4 bars. And it was easy for kids to tag it.
That's so
Yeah, because then skateboarders would tag it up.
I can't believe we don't have a Run YMH shirt.
You got to have one. You got to make one.
But that's great because I remember drawing these on my books.
It because it's just cool. I mean, and it's cool.
Look,
right?
We had no
Didn't you do it as
idea,
a kid?
man.
Look, DMC just endorsed it. We're fucking doing it.
You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Definitely do it. For sure.
That's all right. I want to jump ahead to something though. So like, obviously, you guys, go on to become just these massive stars, and because we were talking before about the book, and you're mentioning like
10 Ways Not to Commit Suicide. Yeah, it all caught up with me. 1993. In the 80s, we changed the world.
Right.
So because we changed the world, we had a whole new fertile ground for everybody to follow. So 90s hip hop is now taking off.
Right.
You know
Exploding. Biggie
Crazy
Smalls
groups, Biggie
Nas,
Smalls, Tupac,
Wu-Tang,
Nas, everything. Jay-Z, everybody's coming. And not only that, Korn, Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock. Kid Rock said Run DMC and Aerosmith had a baby and I popped out.
Yeah.
Korn, Limp Bizkit, all of that exploding. So now we're in the game, but we used to be the it.
Right.
But we still respect it.
Yeah.
We're pioneers. Everybody showed Biggie, Pac, Puffy, all showing us love. But we're not on MTV no more. We're not on the radio. Pete Rock, CL Smooth, they reminisce.
Yeah.
They killing. Naughty by Nature's killing. Q-Tip Drive killing. Pete Rock produces us a song called Down with the King on a new album that we're putting out in 1993. Pete Rock produced this. He hates when I say this, but this is true.
Pete Rock has produced so many amazing songs.
He's great. If not the greatest, it's debatable producer ever. He produces the song Down with the King for us, which does for Run DMC what people say Walk This Way did for Aerosmith. It brought us back. Down with the King in the 90s, and now we old too. Now the motherfuckers is really scared to get on the mic.
Yeah.
Because we back in the 80s, soon as that record dropped, I woke up wanting to kill myself. Paydays was bigger. We was headlining. We was opening. We was opening for Pac and Biggie, opening for Naughty by Nature, busting everybody's ass. People realizing we cannot put them on a show with anybody. Go on tour yourself. So life is good. Now it's the 90s. We're getting 90s payday now. Because usually the 80s guys get lower paydays because they used to be hot. So now we getting the 90s payday. I woke up and there was just something inside of me. It was this void in me. And everybody was Pioneer Legend down with it. I'm taking the tours. I had Rhyme of the Year where I said, only G.O.D. could be a king but me. If the G.O.D. be in me, then oh shit, DMC's the best ever. All of that. Nah, I wanted to kill myself. And it got to the point where I sat there one day and it was just the dread of life on me. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? Okay, calm down. I'm Daryl McDaniels from Hollis, Queens, New York. Byford's my father, Banner's my mother, Alfred's my brother. Run and J are my friends. I made it to St. John's University. We made one fucking record. It was a hit. We made another record. It was a hit. We made an album. We went gold. Plus, I went through my whole life, my Adidas deal. So why I'm down with the King is out? Why am I feeling like this? I didn't know what it was. The void got so uncomfortable that I wanted to take my life because I couldn't live with it. It was so painful. It was like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to live no more. So I was getting ready to jump off a roof in Yugoslavia. And right when I was getting ready to jump, something said, stop, wait. You can't jump yet. Because people know the DMC story. It's 2 books on us behind the music. Or you could Wikipedia and Google me. But nobody knows the little boy Daryl who made this DMC thing possible. So before I kill myself, I want to write a book. And I want to go, what's up, world? I'm Daryl McDaniels from the groundbreaking rap group Run DMC, Blasey Blah this, Hollis, Queens, New York. I was born May 31st, 1964. And when I got to that part of my identity, I was like, oh, I know my birthday, but I don't know no details. So someone called my mother up just to get some more details, just to make it more interesting for the reader. So I called my mom's up, and I go, hey, Mom, I'm writing. I didn't go, I'm about to kill myself. She'd have lost it.
Yeah.
Or she might have cursed me out. Motherfucker, you better not fucking kill yourself. I'll bust your ass. Okay, so I go, Ma, how much did I weigh? She told me. What time I was born? She told me. What hospital? She told me. Hung up the phone. Hour later, I hang up. Hour later, my mother and father calls back. At this point in my life, I'm an alcoholic, suicidal, metaphysical, spiritual wreck who don't know what the fuck is going on with me that's about to kill itself. We have something else to tell you. So I thought it was going to be something simple like, yo, it was a snowstorm and the power went out and they still gave birth to you. They hit me with this. 1993, depressed. Suicidal. Well, you was a month old when we brought you home and you're adopted, but we love you. Bye. Click.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes. So you can imagine what happened to my whole being right then and there. Crushed.
Bad timing.
Crushed. So Jack Daniels and Jim Beam become my friends. I'm fucking drinking 24/7.
You're drinking a bunch of OE, you said?
No,
too, like,
no. This I had stopped drinking the OE in 91.
Oh.
Because I got acute pancreatitis and I almost died. And when I got out there, I was in a hospital for a month and a half. This is what happened. I was in a hospital for a month and a half, and the doctor said, son, you cannot be drinking a fucking case of Old English a day. You have 2 choices. When you get out this hospital, you can drink and die or not drink and live. So for cold turkey, I stopped drinking. When I found out that I was adopted, I started drinking again, this and that, just now I'm going to kill myself, all of this. But then something happened with the revelation of you're adopted, because then I found out I was a foster kid.
You had no idea.
Yeah. And my mother and father was like, we think you might be Dominican and all of this. So I'm dealing with all of that. And then some inside me said, yo, I gotta find out what this is all about. So that was a catalyst to get me to go to rehab and stop drinking. And the thing that made me stop drinking was this. When I found out that I was adopted, I felt alone, felt isolated, felt something wrong with me. Like little kids, why this? Am I not good enough? This and that, why I can't be with? But I had the best mother and father ever, because even my therapist said, motherfucker, you rhymed about them all through your whole fucking career.
Yeah.
So your spirit and your being knew who your mother and father was. You just had this other mystery. But the thing that brung everything together was a famous adopted lady who wasn't celebrity. We just said she's famous because what she said. She said the reason why an adoptee or an orphan or a foster kid should search for their biological parents besides medical. Now you got to understand, my father, Byford, was diabetic. So from when I was summer jobs all the way up to college, when I filled out a form, I would mark diabetic because of, but that's not true. That's not true for me. So I had, the void was me being reborn through Pete Rock, and the universe is telling me, motherfucker, there's something you need to know. Some superhero shit. So the lady said the reason why, now you don't have to. At first I didn't want to do it. No, I'm a Byford and Band, that's my mother, father, but in the back of my mind is, who is my birth mother? Where did I come? Who's my father? All of these other questions, but a lot of times we're safe if we don't go that route.
Yeah.
But this lady said the reason why you should do it is because of this. And I said, what? And she said, I never said this. This blew my mind. Oh, you want to write a book, motherfucker? You never start a book from chapter 2. See those books behind you? You don't pick the book up and start reading.
Yeah.
Daryl McDaniels, the 3rd member of Run DMC, all of that. That void came at the rebirth of my power to let me know I was living my life from chapter 2. That's why I was doing all the drinking.
Yeah.
There was something with the Old English 40s I was trying to fill. But I didn't find none of that out until I went to rehab. So I said, okay, let me go get sober so I could deal with all of this. I didn't want to, when I went to rehab, I discovered the most powerful thing that I ever did in my life, besides make my Adidas and walk this way. I discovered therapy. I discovered this thing called
Praise
therapy,
Jesus.
and a lot of men,
love it.
you know what I'm saying? And it's men in general. A lot of black men, all these black motherfuckers are friend. Y'all motherfuckers ain't tough or nothing like that. Y'all dealing with some shit that y'all think is a weakness that you should deal with, because if you deal with it, it's your strength. I went to therapy.
Change your life.
The first question my therapist had, I was 35 years old when I went in. And he came in with his clipboard and his doctor suit. I was 35. He probably was like 46, 47, maybe 50. White guy. He sits down, glasses just like yours. He sits down and he says, Daryl, during your career with Run DMC, did anybody ever do anything to make you angry? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, nah. He said, true story. He put his clipboard down. He stood up. He took off his doctor smock, because he wanted to come at me real. He sat down, he looked me in my eye, he said, you a goddamn motherfucking liar. And when he said that to me, yeah, man, in 1985 when Joe did this, I was diagnosed with suppressed emotions. The reason why I became alcoholic was I was scared to tell people how I felt.
Yeah.
Because when I was given up for adoption, there was a primal wound where I want to be accepted. Subconsciously, I did not want to be given away again. There's a book called The Primal Wound, but I forgot the lady's name. I know a professor, it's a lady, it starts with a V. But she said, when I was given away, because I'm with my birth mother for 9 months. So I'm giving away, your spirit is too lonely. Go, what are you doing? I want to be with my mother. You're scarred by that.
Of course.
So when I went to therapy, I look back. I'm OCD, I'm very neat. I always want to be in control, and I always want people to like me. So my therapist said, D, you had the power 20 years ago not to fall down and stay in the catacombs of depression. I said, what do you mean by that? If anybody ever does something about you, it's okay to speak up. Like people say, okay, D, if that's the case, what with Run DMC? There was a lot of records I made that I didn't want to make. And people, they call out the good ones, but Missy Lane, Ragtime, the whole Back from Hell album, which was a fucking disaster, you know, and then, you know, more power to it. It was a thing where I was a follower, but I was following for the wrong reasons. I was following to be accepted. Like, I wouldn't have made that record that way, but I didn't want to hurt J.M. Runs. I didn't want to cause no commotion. I didn't want them to say you're a problem. So it's mental. It's all mental. So I was diagnosed with suppressed emotions. But my therapist said, yo, when you was writing your rhymes not high on OE, that's when you wrote all your good shit. I didn't think about that.
You never thought of that.
I never thought about that. And they said, where was you drawing your courage from? I didn't remember my comic books until I went to therapy. Old English replaced the imagination that I was getting from Marvel, which made me write a rhyme about anything so good that anybody, but I was drinking the Old English saying, I gotta be this, I need this for the courage. So when I got out of rehab, what had happened was, I was in rehab and therapy this whole time. My partner, Run, he had 10 years of a successful TV show, Run's House. 10 years, and people would tell me, first season came on, they waiting for DMC to show up. Oh, he ain't show up this season, next season, next year. No. 10 years I ain't show up there. There's no beef with me and Run. Because imagine what happened to me. I got acute pancreatitis. I got depressed. I found out that I was adopted. Jam Master Jay got shot and killed. Then my father died. I had a lot to deal with.
A lot
to deal with. Fortunately, I found therapy on the third one. So I was able to deal with all these other things. So when I got out of rehab and therapy, I'm walking the world now. And people always go, yo, we never see you because I'm not on TV. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows where the LD was at. What's up with you? What's you and Run got a problem? No, me and Run are the best of friends. I love him, but he's a fucking TV star now. So what's up with what you doing? Oh, I just got out of rehab. And I would say that, and you would see people now. It ain't no DMC Run shit. So what? What's that about? And I would tell them, yo, I was drinking a case of Old English a day. Jack Daniels and Jim Beam was my friend. I found out that I was adopted. I was suicidal. What? Really? And I would sit there and tell these people this. This kept happening. Yo, DMC, man, could you come talk to my father because he? Yo, DMC, could you come talk to my daughter because she? Like, it was crazy. And I found myself going to speak to people. And they was like, yo, you put it out there so nonchalant. I said, yo, I'm hip-hop. I got to keep it real. I'm not going to front judgment. Where you been at last in there? You know, I'm in Hollywood. I was like, I just got out of rehab. This and that. I started telling my truth.
Good for you for doing that.
Which was so powerful.
And putting the book out, too.
And then I was doing that so much, and All the people, I was just talking to people, and they was like, yo, D, you should write a book. And I was like, no, because I will not capitalize off an unfortunate situation. You know what I'm saying? Sell some books, make some money. They said, nah, D, man, I know you ain't that type of guy, but he said, with a book, you can reach so many people without even being there.
Yeah.
So I put out a book called 10 Ways Not to Commit Suicide, which goes into detail everything that I just talked about.
I gotta ask, because you became aware of it, surprisingly later in life when you found out you were adopted.
Yeah.
Did you pursue finding your biological?
Not till 2004. Found out that I was adopted in 97, and it took 97, 98, 99, 2000, took 8 years for me to get to courage. And that just came about where when I first found out that I was adopted, I didn't know any other adopted people. So that was a hell in itself.
Yeah.
I was walking around here. I was all right, and I was in therapy, but I was still a mess. But the beautiful thing, I didn't have to drink. But it's hanging over me. So when I met some other adopted people, a matter of fact, I got to meet a nice young lady from L.A. named Sheila Jaffe. And if you want to know who Sheila Jaffe is, she's one of the greatest casting directors out here in L.A. Entourage, Sopranos, Mark Wahlberg, John, just to name a few. So I got to meet Sheila Jaffe, and I didn't feel alone no more. So she introduced me to other adoptees here in L.A. They was like, oh, D, by the way, we do an Adoption Anonymous thing. I was like, what the hell is that? Once a month, we just go in a room and we talk. No therapist, we just talk. You could be angry, you could cry, whatever. Cool, set change, I'm sitting there. But at these meetings, they was like, are you dying to know? Nope, I don't want to know. Nope, this and that. So a little instigation from Sheila and my other adopted friends, they was like, yo, you want to find your birth mother? We know a private eye lady who started a private eye service specifically for adoptees. Like she can go CIA and Russia and all that. Her service is specifically for adoptees. So I used this private eye lady in 2004. And she comes back to me, your mother, she lives in Staten Island, she drives a silver Honda Accord.
Whoa.
Yeah. And Thanksgiving of 2004, I knocked on the door, and the door opened up, and it was my birth mother. And I found 2 brothers and a sister that I didn't know I had. And it's funny, it was the first time in my life that I saw somebody related to me that looked exactly like me.
Right.
Because all before I was trying to, fit in, trying to put 2 and 2 together. Okay, I look like Aunt Catherine and Donnie and Samantha, but I look nothing like my mother and father growing up.
Yeah.
My brother Alfred, he looks like fucking Wesley Snipes. Yeah. Look at me, but the love they gave me, there was no way I wasn't a McDaniels.
So wait, what was the reason your mother gave you up? Did you get to ask her?
Yeah, in
questions?
a meeting, and it was fine. I was sitting, so she says, I know you're dying to know why I gave you up.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, lady, that's an understatement.
Yeah.
She hit me with this. She said, I gave you up to give you a chance. Because what had happened was my brother was born 3 years prior to her. My mother was living in Hamilton Heights, in the Washington Heights area. So that's why my parents thought I was Dominican.
Dominican, yes. Super
Dominicans
big Dominicans over there.
So my mother and father, my adopted parents, we think you might be Dominican, because all they knew was this young girl couldn't keep you and gave you up, I think, through the Catholic services.
So she was young and she already.
So she had my brother. She had my brother when she was 18, and my brother was raised by her and her family. So my father moved them from New York City to Staten Island, and said, "Don't go back and see that boy and come home pregnant again." She didn't listen, so she came home pregnant with me. There's no way they could keep me. So they put me up for adoption.
Wow.
And I had 2 brothers and a sister that I didn't know I had.
Do you guys keep in touch? Yeah.
Fortunately, 99.9 of the reunions are terrible. Motherfucker, don't you never call her again.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your ass. I'll call the police on you. Because it's nothing wrong. I got to tell other adoptees, they're not mad with you.
Yeah.
They're mad at what your ass remind them of. Like a lot of mothers is reminded of the man in that time. And unless they go to therapy, they won't be able to deal with those issues.
It's got to be wild. Not that it's important to this, but it's got to be wild to see that someone your son that you had to give up for adoption is.
Oh no, it's the wildest thing ever. Because she goes, this was cool. She goes, when I'm speaking to her on the phone before an in-person meeting, She goes, okay, what do you do? Are you married? Yeah, I'm married. I have
yeah.
kids. She goes, what do you do? And I go, I'm in the music business. She said, oh yeah, what kind of music? I go, I'm a rapper. I make hip hop music. And she goes, oh, okay. I go, what's the matter?
Yeah.
She said, no. She goes, what's the name of your group? And I go, Run DMC. And she's real quiet. I go, hello? Run DMC. I love Run DMC. This is my birth mother. Growing up hearing my music and knowing I'm the guy. And she, I know all Tricky and Walk This Way and all of that stuff. That's
wild, man.
So now, after that conversation, before I got to meet her in person, she got to go do her work. All right, we'll meet on Thanksgiving. She got off the phone, had to call up her kids. Kids, sit down. I need to tell you.
Oh, right. I got to tell you something.
I have a kid, this and that, and yeah, ma, whatever, and he's DMC. So now they really know, yeah, ma, yeah, whatever. No, he's really DMC. So she set up for a meeting. When I walked through the door, you should see their faces drop. Oh, shit. Because my older brother, Mark, who I said was born before me, it was Mark, then me, I was giving up, and then she had Damon and my sister, Jahida, by 2 other men. But Mark's whole life, Mark, come here. That guy DMC could be your brother. 84, 85,
Stop.
86.
Oh, they're always telling him.
He got to the point where,
it.
stop, fuck, I don't give a fuck. DMC, come to find out, DMC's really
your brother.
That's hilarious.
I mean, my brother Mark
that
looks
would blow your mind.
exactly like me in the 80s. Goatee, wears glasses.
Stop.
And check this out.
Get the fuck
He could draw.
He could draw too.
No. Wow.
My sister Johida, she's the youngest of us. I'm very OCD. You didn't see me fixing the labels here, sitting here? Like this label, I'm trying to deal with it, but the first thing to dealing with and overcoming is admit that you do it. Just look, see how this is looking at me?
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one
yeah.
can't be like that.
Oh,
right.
That kills me.
The controlling. You got to
So I
control
got to do
it.
that. And my son does it all the time. He moves all the stuff in the refrigerator.
He got it from you.
And then he sits there with my friends and so they can watch me come in. But I'm starting to learn that Kid Rock taught me something very significant. I love Kid Rock. Because during my depression, he called me to Detroit. Come stay with me for 3 days. And he just not no DM, just come hang out. And he introduced me to the peanut butter and jelly ready-made things.
Wait,
when they first came out, the peanuts, the Smuckers, peanut butter and jelly things.
That is nasty as hell. You like
No,
that?
I love
the
those.
swirl in the jar, you mean?
No, not the swirl. That's nasty.
That's disgusting.
Ew! I hate that. No, I'm talking about the ready-made sandwiches, the frozen ones.
Oh, bro. I
He
don't know
introduced
that.
it, but Kid Rock did something that was very therapeutic for me. He took my carry-on bag, that's so neat, and he said, I'm going to pour your bag out. And I'm sitting there, so I'm starting to sweat now thinking about it. I'm going to pour, he said, D, pouring your bag out is not going to kill you. So he poured my whole bag out on the ground one day. And it hurt bad, but then I said, oh, shit. I didn't die. So I know that if that being like that, it's not going to kill me.
It's not going to kill you.
I prefer it like that.
Now, you're playing in a band now, right?
Yes,
Fragile
I'm in it.
Mortals?
I'm in it. No. Okay, what happened with that was I went to Rock on the Range in Ohio. Where's Rock on the Range? The big festival, Rock on the Range, that they do every year. I was playing with Pop Evil. I did a remix of one of their songs, Trenches. So Pop Evil wanted to bring me out at Rock on the Range Festival. This was about 7 or 8 years ago. So I go to Rock on the Range, and I'm backstage sitting with all of rock, the metal guy, everybody, this and that. And Rob Dukes was singing with Exodus at the time. He was the third lead singer of Exodus. So he comes up to me just to tell me how cool I am and shit. And I'm like, well, okay, yeah, thank you. Yo, we dig you, and everybody's digging you, this and that. And he goes, yo, we should do a song together. And I go, okay. He goes, what? I'm going to hold you to that. So we went in the studio to do one song, and it came out so good that we kept making songs and making songs and making songs. But at the end of the recording, the album, the band, he was singing with Exodus. Exodus fired him. The day me and Rob met, the next day he got fired from Exodus. So he started a new band called Generation Kill.
Okay.
We was making an album called Fragile Mortals.
Oh, okay.
The album was called Fragile Mortals. So we made all of these songs with his Generation Kill band, but then the Generation Kill band broke up.
Gotcha.
But that being said, at the time, I was already working on this project called DMC, but this entity of DMC stands for Dynamic Musical Collaborations. So what I was doing I was recording with all my favorite punk, classic rock, and alternative artists. Joan Jett.
I love her.
Yeah, love her.
Huge fan.
Joan Jett, Sammy Hagar, Tim Armstrong from Rancid, Travis Barker, Sebastian Bach, Rob Dukes. Who else is on that album?
This is all the music you love too.
Yeah, this is all the rock music that I love. So the Fragile Mortals album is now not coming out because the bands do.
Gotcha. But you're playing in that. I know you said you and Ron will still do do private.
Yeah, we'll do a radio show. We'll do a festival, but it's got to be a lot of money.
Yeah, sure.
And it's not an ego thing. It's like for me and Ron to get on stage. It's like, what do you pay Kanye and Jay-Z? Oh, yeah, you have to pay us more than that. Because I put my fucking work, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. People pay it now because hip-hop is a $1 billion company.
Yeah.
I'm not coming for $30,000.
Yeah.
And you want the Beatles of hip-hop. That's what they go.
Yeah.
It's your fault. You should have just said Run DMC was a good group from the 80s.
Yeah.
But you're going to call us the Beatles pioneer, the reason why this exists, and you want me to come play your show?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to pay me Beatle, Kanye West money.
Can you hook me up with a discount for me for a private show?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Definitely for you because you're my friend now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But everybody else.
I
just gave you the pitch. You want me and Run? Check got to be really big.
Really big.
And now, what I'm here now in L.A., after Jam Master Jay passed away, rest in peace, Jam Master Jay, I didn't want to do the same presentation that I did with Run and Jay.
Right.
Because that's need to be respected.
Of course.
People's like, y'all can make record. No, we can't replace our drummer. Jay was the band, the whole thing.
Right.
So what I did now was I wanted to do a different interpretation of what I'm known for. So now I have a band. It's called DMC and the Hellraisers from Raising Hell. The phenomenal Hellraiser Hell. So what we do is we do my whole catalog live drums, live bass, live guitar, and I still have DJ Charlie Chan, who is Jay's protege, on the turntables. Like even Sucker MCs, which is all beat. Boom, we add rock guitars there and we make it harder.
How often do those shows play?
All the time.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I do. 95% of what I do is I go to group homes, adoption agencies, foster care agencies, and middle schools and high schools, and I speak to the kids about comic books, hip hop, and the importance of knowing something.
Wow.
Like, I don't want to tell kids you need to go to college or you need to. Education is important, but I tell them no matter what you do, you need to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to
This was
learn.
funny to me because I knew, like I was even saying, I go in the car today on the way here, I was like, I've only seen him in interviews, but I'm telling you, like DMC is a good guy.
Yeah.
This is one of the good guys.
Everybody
really
want to be the bad guy. Because the bad guy, what I say, everybody want to be the bad guy. But the bad guy ain't so bad. Everybody want to be the bad guy until the good guy kicks his ass.
Whoa,
That's who I am.
love
And that's one of the records that we got coming out, right? I'm sick and tired of being bullied. You're not going to push me around anymore. I'm going to make sure you clearly understand that into my own hands, I'm taking the law. Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. Don't want to kick your ass, but I know that I should. You came to attack and I was hoping you would. Oh, it's going to be crazy.
Oh, I love
You got me
it.
excited.
Everybody want to be
fired
the
up.
bad guy. But the bad guy case is sad. Everybody want to be the bad guy until the good guy kicks his ass.
I love
it. That's to everybody out there.
I love
it.
You have skills, man. It's unbelievable. This is a treat, man. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me on, man.
This is so dope, man.
I watched your stand-up, man. You had me crying.
Oh, thanks, man.
No, like crying. That's when I know you're funny as a fuck. Like, I'm crying. I'm saying, my wife said, "What's the matter?" I'm listening to the song right now. Really funny.
That's an honor.
Definitely.
Thank you.
I
man.
want to come catch you live.
I would love that. I feel honored. I'm very
But
honored.
did Mike Tyson really come and see you?
Yeah. He really did.
Crazy.
He really came, and
that's so
he
funny,
really
man.
hung out.
No, Mike's a really good guy.
Yeah. I actually got to see him again a few months ago, and he was like, "People come and attack."
Big shout out to Mike. Yeah, I love Mike. Me and Mike go way back. He was with us when we played Madison Square Garden.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he was champion of the world and stuff like that. Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, Eric B. and Rakim, Houdini, and LL Cool J. And I was hanging out with Mike Tyson that night. So we have a lot in common.
Yeah, that's a wild night.
That's
I bet,
a crazy
man.
night. Hell yeah, that's crazy.
That's Mike doing his thing back then.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this was a blast.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for
It's
having me.
amazing.
I
And just so you
appreciate
know, check out obviously DMC and the Hellraisers. Check out the book, 10 Ways Not to Commit Suicide.
And the comic book.
And the comic
Darrow,
book.
the company is called Darrow Makes Comics, DMC.
DMC.
Yep, Daryl makes comics. Because I couldn't use Marvel and I couldn't use DC.
Course.
So my man Riggs was like, Riggs Morales was actually Eminem's right-hand man over at Shady Records.
Mm-hmm.
And he's my editor-in-chief with my comic book company.
Wow.
So he said, what do you want to call your comic book company? I'm like, I don't know. Oh, DMC, Daryl makes comics, because that's what I'm going to be doing.
Perfect.
Yeah, it fits.
You're a great guy. I really enjoyed this conversation,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, man.
I'd go the retarded.
Retarded. Retarded.
You use the R word. You use the R word. You use the R word.
I mean, retarded, man.
OMG.
A hardcore fan, you are completely retarded. A hardcore fan, you are completely retarded. A hardcore fan, you are completely retarded.
I like that. I like that.
Son of a bitch. OMG.
I mean, retarded, man. Retarded, man. I mean, retarded, man. Retarded, man.
You use the R word. You use the R word.
Son of a bitch.
A hardcore fan, you are completely retarded. A hardcore fan,
Boys got hard thoughts.
Hi, Mommy. Thanks, Jeans. Thank you for watching this episode of Your Mom's House. And if you had a great time, watch more videos here. And don't forget to subscribe here, so that you will know when a Your Mom's House video comes out immediately. Thanks, Jeans.